chosen of Foster and Mead, and I'm sure all the football public would say that they are our leading umpires in South Australia. Well, Sturt is the first to hit the turf, and they're going through the big sign saying it's ours, with the Premiership Cup in the middle, and it's a fantastic sign. Nor did the red and blue side are yet to come out. They haven't got any writing on theirs at all. Here comes Michael Taylor now, leading the Norwood team out onto the ground as he crashes through the banner. It's just an unbelievable scene here at Football Park. And what a wonderful season it's been. We pay particular welcome to country viewers coming through the relay stations around South Australia. Of course, it's a television first, the direct televising of the 1978 Grand Final, and certainly an exciting time for Channel 7, and we hope that you enjoy it this afternoon. Here's the toss. Bagshaw on your left, Taylor on your right. Bagshaw has won the toss. First blood to Sturt. Bagshaw has elected, as we suggested, to kick to the southern end, which is favoured by a slight breeze. A sellout crowd of 53,000 people. Of course, it's the first time that tickets have been limited in a South Australian Grand Final. The record attendance is between 60 and 70,000 people going back in 1976. That's at Football Park. And I think the record attendance at Adelaide Oval prior to that time was about 62,700 in 1966 when Port and Sturt played off in the Grand Final. But it is chock-a-block. It's a magnificent sight, very colourful scene, and you could not imagine a more perfect day. Umpire Des Foster, it's his turn. He said this morning to have first bounce at the centre. He and Peter Mead, who form a team quite often, of course, in their umpiring days, take it in turns to take the central bounce. Righto, ladies and gentlemen, the viewing audience, stand by for a direct telecast of the 1978 Grand Final. Sturt and Norwood contest the 1978 Grand Final before a capacity crowd. At the bounce, Davies gets the first tap away, but it's Jenkins for Norwood. Craig gets the long handball out. Noonan flanking wide down the wing is Rosser. He in turn puts the red legs into attack. The first one in the 78 final, getting underneath the ball on the outer side. The mark is taken there by Bonberto. Bonberto almost on the half-forward line when he puts the red legs towards the lake end. Rosser comes over the half-forward line, high in towards full forward. Finneman in there for Norwood. They leap off the fingers, crashing his way through was Barton. The players on the ground. Tremendous tension here in the opening seconds of the Grand Final. Norwood into attack. 30 metres out in front of their goal. We'll ask Jerry Harrison if he's picked up some of the pre-match moves when we get the opportunity. Fisted away, forwarded. Here's a chance for the ball. Coming right across goal is Reid. Well, he's certainly taken his place, and we can only assume that he's at centre half back. But the first scorer of the final is to Norwood, a rush point, and it's Casey to take the kick in.
Sturt reserves Ian, a Lloyd and Mutton, which indicates that we were correct in saying that Howard would be at centre wing and that Sanders has taken his place on a half-back flank. That's Casey's kick going in. In the centre of the ground, it's Michael Taylor of Norwood. Bumbling, taken to ground by Barton, and it will be the Norwood captain, Michael Taylor, freed at the centre circle. Taylor favours the outer side. He's searching out there for Rosser. Rosser will be paid the mark. Adamson played on, but the umpire calling the ball back, and it will be Rosser from the half-forward flank to kick Norwood in. The Norwood reserves, Adler and Turnbull as expected, so Michael Lanny lining up at full forward for the legs. A magnificent opening to the 78 final, a high ball going into the right forward pocket. Woodcock tipped his opponent out. Working hard was Barton. The loose kick goes to Wiseman, and Sturt come out of defence. To centre wing, up high was Winter. The loose one out the back. First there, Jenkins of Norwood. Graham in hot pursuit. Still Jenkins. Getting back through. Pulled him out the ball. Now it's Plump to the electrifying Graham. He's away with the left boot. Goes towards the goal square. Heinrich. But beautiful defensive work by Nicholson. 1 point the result. And the score's all tied at 1 point apiece. 2 minutes into this first term.
Great tension. You can even feel it in the commentary box. The players just a little bit tense early. Some of them not moving freely, making errors, but they'll settle down. There's only one grand final, of course, each year. Stasinowski, Noonan. Noonan tucked in the back pocket to bring Norwood out along the grandstand side. Goes long towards the centre of the ground. Klomp and Taylor. Taylor in front. Good mark. Elects to play on quickly. Runs it to Noonan. Will put him under pressure. Craig helps. Does it well. Shoots Norwood to the half-forward line looking for Woodcock. But Woodcock has edged out Sanders. And Sanders will take the free kick from just the check side of centre wing. Sturt into attack again. A long screw punt. Stazanowski, Davies over the top. Bagshaw can't handle it. Taps it out. But it's straight to Jenkins. Clear. In the back pocket. Slips out the pass. Craig. Bergen is tailing that player, but Craig takes the mark on the half-back line. Puts Norwood to the half-forward line. Adamson on the lead. He and Reid measure their length on the ground. The ball is still in play. Von Berto charges at it, but can't keep it in. Throw in half-forward right flank. Norwood in attack.
4 minutes. A very tense opening. Wynne 28 up high with Finneman of Norwood. Finneman still there. Fighting hard. Matt Adamson over the top of it. Walk tried to work it back to Sturt. And again, we'll see a throw-in. Identical position. It's the half-forward line of Norwood. Davies, the tap back was beautiful. Sanders working for it. Loose one to Bergen. Sturt almost to half-forward. The ball eludes Curley. Jenkins again back there. Taking the ground. Good tackle. Half-forward line of Sturt. Another bounce. Very tentative. Neither side really settled down yet. Button and Sims. Bursting through Graham of Sturt. Through half-forward. Armour dropping back for Norwood. Marks with ease.
Almost at centre-half back. Looks for the running Taylor. Klomp coming to intercept. Good mark, Klomp. Had the run. Did it well. That's one apiece now. Already having a great contest. 5 minutes into the grand final, up towards full forward. Von Berto in defence, can't get the kick away. Winding his way through Winter, quickly to Barton, shoots towards the big white sticks. What's the result? Goal, the first one on the board. To Sturt, from the leg of Robert Barton.
Well, the first ball and teamwork was the result of it. It was an awkward kick coming in from Klomp. It penetrated half forward. It was fisted down by a disciplined Norwood defence. Winter was allowed to get through the pack, slipped the handball to Barton, and his snapshot was true. The first goal on the board at the 5-minute mark, and Sturt. 1 goal, 1. Lead Norwood, 1 behind.
Button and Davies. Davies, as usual, coming in check side. At the bounce, line ball. Von Berto. Taylor to the half-forward line, high. In search is Sanders, gets a bad bounce. Rosser, grabbed very high by Leonard, and the free kick will go to the Norwood wingman. Rosser gets the lead from Gallagher, his co-wingman coming right across down to forage into the right forward flank to take the mark. Gallagher quickly off. Kick is going to drop short in defence. Casey fisted away from that player. Wynne in trouble. The long handball back to Craig. Sets it up again now to Rosser. Rosser heads towards goal. Gives it a chance. It's a nice looking kick, but it's going to drop short. Hargraves can't handle the situation, and the ball trickles out of play.
Great shepherding by John Wynne then to allow Rosser a direct path to goal. He got balanced, but the kick wasn't up to the mark. Wynne and Davies. The Sturt player the tap down to Wiseman. Almost robbed of it. A snapshot by Chris Finneman, and 1 point goes on the ball for Norwood. That's their second, and on 2 points they trail Sturt, who've kicked 1 goal, 1. 7-minute mark of this crucial first term. 1978 South Australian Grand Final, brought to you live on 7. Casey. It's the centre. Button from behind. Davies also went the thump. Bergen caught. Good tackle by the Norwood players. Von Berto will take the free kick. He's on the front white line of the square. Davies is cribbed 3 metres or so. But Von Berto's kick. A drop punt, left forward pocket. Hargraves has got the sit. Good grab. It's been played to mark. Deep in the back pocket.
Peter Hargraves. Players starting to settle down now. Screws a nice looking kick back towards midfield. Klomp. Button. Claimed by Howard. Umpire Foster in for the bounce. On Norwood's half forward left flank, almost up to the corner of the square. Norwood attacking the lake end of Football Park. Davies and Button. Davies grabs it, winds out of trouble. Well, always conceded ground. He's in trouble. Did it well. Howard just keeps it in play as he screws it back towards the half-forward line. Downs can't handle the situation. Barton tries to keep it in play. Can't do so, but a free kick is going the way of Sturt. Robert Barton. He's in centre wing. 8 minutes into the final, into the first quarter of the grand final. Barton tried to run around Blond. Burdo, the experienced one, did it well. Bergen and Craig. It's going to be a tremendous battle between these two players all day. It looks like they've been pitted against one another. Another throw in.
Sturt's half-forward line. Button and Davies. What a clash. Norwood's way to Craig. Return Nicholson. Now Taylor. Support from Armour. Wasn't a good handball. Back to Taylor it goes. Further afield to Nicholson. He should use the run of Jenkins. Now does. He's collared beautifully by Leonard. Clomp in. Seeks Leonard again. The running Graham loose. Graham goes goal with. He's steadied. His shot at goal is true. Michael Graham's first goal and Sturt second at the 9-minute mark, first turn.
Well, that started with Roberts' magnificent tackle in the centre of the ground. It was a brilliant tackle when Norwood seemed set to clear, but the ball was won by Sturt quickly across to Graham. The handball was a beautiful one, and he shot from about 40 metres out to put on Sturt's second goal, and there's coach Jack Oatey going for his 8th premiership with the Blues.
Davies and Wynne, with Button coming in the other side. Noonan working hard with Klomp. Barton gets boot to ball. Curley from behind Winter. Jenkins at the back. Graham trying to work through, but Jenkins it is has been freed for Norwood. Fires into the path of Rother at centre wing. Got an awkward bounce. Help comes from Woodcock. But a free kick has been pulled out. It goes Ross's way, centre wing. Short to Craig. Craig. A high ball. Centre half forward. Adamson's bundled out. John Wynne comes in, takes the free kick and fires for Michael Taylor at half forward. Well, he virtually gave ground then, but he set the play up for Michael Taylor. The Norwood captain is inside half forward. Taylor's kick has been pulled to the left. One flag will be waved. That's Norwood's third, and on 3 points they trail Sturt, who are on 2 goals won.
Played 10 minutes of the grand final. Casey straight downfield, looking for the leap of Davies. Button's there with him, fisted away from Davies. Davies tries again. Button on this occasion. Craig, Noonan, Taylor. The ball off the side of the boot somewhat to the half-forward line. Walk in front. Von Berto gets the benefit of the bounce. Taps it nicely over. Michael Annie looking for someone to pass off to. Sets out the short pass. Adamson! Has he been paid the mark? No, he's been called to play on. Umpire Foster said the ball hit the ground. Neil Craig just checking with him, but the ball will be bounced at Norwood centre half forward. On the action replay, well, there you are. You can see the ball on the ground, but at the tap down. Leonard takes Sturt out of defence with a long kick to the half-forward line. Heinrich getting underneath the ball. The bounce, Winter over the top. Bagshaw winding out of defence, slips it to Bergen, runs round into the open goal. Oh, he missed. A bad miss by Tony Bergen.
Sturt really showing what they're capable of with that quick passage of play. Pace from Leonard through half-forward. The backup and tandem came from Bergen and running into an open goal. You don't miss them in grand finals. A big let-off for the Norwood defence at the 12-minute mark. Stasonowski searching for Button. Their Armour also. Button in front is called to play on. Ferrets it out the back. Taylor to Armour and Norwood are away. A high ball carries to half-forward. Win up with Hargraves. The loose one is taken by Reid. He goes to the centre. Rosser charges and a direct run at the ball, drives direct towards the goal square. Casey dropping back. The ball sits in the goal square. Michael Annie down to Finneman, and it's smothered through for a behind. Great defensive work by Peter Hargraves in the end, smothering that ball off Chris Finneman's boot. Norwood now move to 4 behinds. From equal scoring shots, Sturt on 2 goals too.
Great rebound then from Norwood. Lightning pace in the final. Casey once more. Once again looking for Davies. Button right with him. Barton. Downs it was. Tapped across now to Klopp. Howard. Gallagher in pursuit. Bergen, good mark. Oh, he tried to play on. The umpire's allowing it to go. Heinrich to Bergen, back in the action again. He's going to run into trouble from Button. A chance to run it again. Well tackled by Nicholson. Bergen on the ground, looking for help and wins the free kick. Well, Bergen made about 50 metres to get into the action, about on 3 occasions, and he fought on well. Tony Bergen from centre half forward, Bagshaw in the square, not giving a lead. Stazanowski, Phyllis over the top, towards Barton, can he repeat it? Gets it out now to Heinrich, back to Davies, has a shot at the big ones. Umpire getting underneath it, what's the result? Goal!
Well, Sturt certainly settling into their stride much the better now. They're starting to use their handball. At the moment, 13-minute mark, they've got players at the drop of the ball. The Norwood defence again did the right thing, but it was all Sturt on the deck. First of all, it was Barton. To his co-rover Heinrich, back to Davies, and full points.
3-2 Sturt, 20, Norwood 4 points. The worried look of Bob Hammond. Taken away by Down. Sturt going to attack again. Bagshaw on the lead, but it'll be Winter who'll take the mark. Bruce Winter out in front of Curley has taken the mark about 35-40 metres out from goal. Sturt really getting into top gear now. 3 goals in the last 7 minutes. Winter from about 45 degrees. Breeze at his back. Oh, the kick's going to drop short, right in the square. And off the fingers of Curley. Button was there as well. No, Finneman in defence. And off his fingers it went through, and he comes up just a little bit proppy. A point to Sturt. They move on now to 3-3. Norwood 4 points.
Ian Stazanowski. Norwood custodian. Undecided. Jenkins was loose. He's decided to go against that and look for distance. High ball. There is Wynne. He taps it forward, but it's into the path of Leonard. He's got support from Klomp. Leonard firing short, looking for Graham. He's marked. Left forward pocket. Michael Graham, already a danger to the Norwood defence. A little bit too far out for Michael Graham to make the distance. It's kick number 4 in the early minutes of this first term. Ball dropping in the square. Davies is there. Down to ground it goes again. Forced through for another behind. And Sturt move along to 3 goals 4. They're 3 straight kicks ahead of Norwood, who are on 4 points. Norwood changing Craig and Finneman on a half-forward flank. Stazanowski's kick again. Looking this time for Phyllis. The loose one goes to Leonard, down to Klomp. The running player through is Heinrich. His shot at goal will raise only 1 flag. And Sturt, having all the play at the moment, move along to 3 goals 5. Norwood are on 4 points.
Once again, it's the brilliant use of handball that's getting Sturt in a position to shoot at goal. Not very accurate at the moment, 3-5. Stazanowski to the outer side. Kick is going to drop short. Phyllis in front, Sims behind. Button gets a bad bounce. Graham again. Winds through the pack, slips it across. No, dummied the handball, kicked himself. Fooled everybody, but the kick wasn't one of his better ones. He had Heinrich going past, and it looked as though that he'd put across the handball to that player, but decided to go it alone and wasn't happy with his own performance. Another point to Sturt.
17-minute mark of this first term. Stazanowski's kick again. Getting good distance. Finneman up this time, but again Sims hits to ground from behind. Bonberto pulled off the ball. Freed at half back. Terry Bonberto, the Norwood rover. Graham coming in. He's well ahead of the mark, however. Short passes on to Graham's opponent in Jenkins. Jenkins gets around Graham. Tries to straighten it to centre half forward. The bounce eludes Wiseman. Craig for Norwood. Craig goes to the pocket. The lead's from Michaelani. Casey's right with him. Fists the ball away, and a throw-in will take place. Right forward pocket, 20 to 30 metres around from the right behind post of Norwood.
Wynne coming in from the exchange and ruck. Sanders there, but it's Michaelani for Norwood, and Wynne pulled back to Sanders. Craig is the tackler. Leonard. Walk. Heinrich. Norwood strong in the defensive part of the thing. The free kick will go the way of Sturt, to be taken by Winter. He's check side of centre, well out of his position at the moment. Bergen destroyed from behind. A chase now. Gallagher has the speed to get there first. In comes Bergen now. Gallagher rides the bump well. Still paddles it towards the line. Bergen tackles, but it's illegal, and the free kick goes to Gallagher. Taylor goes across field or too far. Here's a charge for Sturt now. Winter in pursuit. Leonard comes to help. Across the half-forward line with a long kick in towards an open goal, but he's going to be well offline and notch another point for the Blues. Well, they're getting the opportunities, but they can't get goals on the board. 3-7 Sturt, 25. Norwood 4 points, 19 minutes into the grand final.
Again, it's Stasinowski. This time Von Berto's short. Again, indecision. High ball. Phillips versus Sims. Sims into the path of Bruce Winter. His boot goes to the left forward pocket from behind Davies. Looking for the back-up of Barton. He flips it over to Bagshaw. In comes Barton again. Nicholson there. Back to Bagshaw. It's a goal. A great goal to the Sturt captain, and goal number 4 to the Double Blues.
Well, that was a right old battle in the square then. It was finally the ball came up. Bagshaw couldn't handle it. Davies set up the play with a handball. But Heinrich was, well, no, Bartlett was well handled. Bagshaw got into trouble. Quickly in now, Barton set up the handball for Bagshaw, and he just got it to his boot before he went across the line, and that's a fine goal to the Sturt skipper.
Phillips and Sims. Sturt's way, but Taylor for Norwood, the centre half forward. All Sturt back here. Fisted to ground, Sanders. Still Sanders. Will be freed on Sturt's half back line. The Blues have the initiative at the moment. Norwood currently chasing jumpers. A penetrating screw punt carries over the centre. Curley in over the top. The free kick will go the way of Bruce Winter. Redlegs taking time to settle. It's the 4th mark and kick for Bruce Winter. Still within the centre square. Fine screw punt, however. Hits the apron of the goal square. And Davies is there. A solid mark. Opportunity for his second and Sturt's 5th. 20-minute mark of this first term. Rick Davies. As you can see from your picture, pulled it right across to the left. And once again, one flag is waved for Sturt. That's the 8th time. On 4 goals 8, they lead Norwood, who are on 4 points. But Sturt have got the run. Got their game together more quickly than Norwood at this stage. But 4 goals 4 down. Bob Hammond very worried. But we do recall that they were in a similar situation in the preliminary final last week. Ian Stasinowski, the Norwood fullback, again going for distance, looking for Phillips again. Winter's got the run in from the side. Sims couldn't pull it in. Finneman taken out by Bergen. The loose ball went to Sims. He couldn't control it. Now Sims has got it, but a free kick Sturt's way. And it's Leonard on the half-forward line at the 22-minute mark. Jeff Leonard going for distance, putting it up, giving the Sturt leapers the big run in. Davies couldn't get it. Curley was in front. Davies has got it now, feeds it to Graham. He's away again, chipping around the corner. Couldn't be pulled in, and Jenkins with Barton in pursuit, but Jenkins boots down over the half-back line to find Woodcock. Back to Rosser. A dribbling kick to centre wing. Klomp's there at the bounce away. Bergen, now Klomp. Loose one, Noonan's on the end of it. And Noonan drives Norwood to the half-forward line, looking for Michael Annie. Casey to ground, through Adamson of Norwood. Fires towards the goal square, there's no one home. Wynne versus Hargraves. Wynne's got possession, has a shot at the goals, and 1 point is the result. And he had Gallagher loose, just out in front of the goal square, but under the great stretch that was applied, had little time to be able to observe, lift his head, blazing away at the goal for one behind. Norwood 5 points, Sturt 4-8.
Norwood forwards have been pulled well out of position. Sturt attacking constantly. Casey back towards the centre of the ground. Sims over the top of Phillips, comes out with the ball, puts the Blues into attack to the half-forward line. Winner getting back there, Bagshaw as well. Nicholson, Stazanowski, in turn Curley running. He'll be cut off by Graham. He's got problems, 3-on-1 there, but a push in the back against Graham. We'll see the free kick go to Stephen Curley. Comes right across ground. Craig sets it up for Armour. In turn, Taylor. A long one to the lead of Michael Annie. Casey in front, one hand held to him. Fisted away, Adamson. Needs backup support. Wine's clear. 1-on-1 in the square. Wynne and Hargraves off the fingers. Wynne coming through quickly. Wiseman. Sturt will get out of this well. Sanders. Howard. Sturt run over the half-back line. Brilliant defence as Howard kicks long to the half-forward line and finds Downs. Can't hold it. Nicholson. Supported by Craig. The tackle is by Klomp. But illegal, and the free kick will go to Neil Craig. Just the check side of centre wing, grandstand side.
Brilliant defensive work by Sturt then. That's typical of the constructive handball that they can inject to get the game moving. With the action with Neil Craig. Fine kick to the half-forward line. Phyllis is up. Down to ground. Adamson works clear. Fires a high ball. Casey leads. Over the back, Michael Annie. Interference. Sturt's way. Colin Casey. At centre half-back.
I think the runner's going out to talk to Michael Annie. Casey at the moment has got too much expertise for Big Jim, and the runner's out on his track now to talk to the tall Norwood full forward who can't get into it at the moment.
Norwood forward line struggling. Sturt doing it methodically at the other end. There's a fine leap by Jenkins on the half-back line. Magnificent game. Been in everything so far. Fires. It's a loose ball, however. Curley recovers, but it's 2-on-1. The loose ball's out to Leonard of Sturt. Pull down, but a high tackle ruled. The ball brought back for Jeffrey Leonard to kick Sturt in from the half-forward line. Sturt by 27 points, entering time on the first turn. Leonard, the lead comes from Davies, left forward pocket, too much pace. Marks with ease as Button was in hot pursuit. Rick Davies, a lot resting on the shoulders of the performance in ruck, coming to the fore in the last attacking line for Sturt. Davies' shot at goal has been pulled again, and Sturt continuing to be offline, move along to 4-9, ahead of Norwood, who are on 5 points.
Perhaps Norwood are fortunate. Sturt could have been 10 in front by now with their opportunities. 13 scoring shots to 5. Davies playing brilliantly, as was expected. Stazanowski into time on in the grand final of the first quarter. Long kick. Craig overruns it. Graham with the opportunity now. Swoops on it. He can't pick it up at the one grab. Slips out the handball to Heinrich. 20 metres out. Steadies. Puts it straight through, I believe. His first goal. And Sturt running riot in this first quarter. Lead 5-9 to Norwood's 5 points.
Well, a disciplined Sturt are fisting the ball away at these kick-ins, giving it to the people on the ground. Graham getting loose the whole time. What's Nicholson? He was committed to go in and meet him. Had to leave his own player in Heinrich unchecked. Popped it over, and he had a direct shot at goal for Philip Heinrich's first goal. And Sturt move along to 5-9, well clear of Norwood on 5 points.
Method of run of Sturt now superior. 2.5 minutes of time on. Button gets up high, hooks it back towards Noonan. Playing in a grand final against his former side. Mickey Noonan, been a tremendous performer for Sturt over the years, now playing for Norwood. Puts it to the half-forward line, looking for the pace of Craig. Bergen loses his footing. Here's a chance now for Craig. Woodcock. Umpire Mead slipped over, but he's given away a free kick for throwing. And it will be taken by Sanders on the half-back flank. Winter. Curly there, Downs. Barton overran at Heinrich, looking for backup support, has the base to get away. Davies, Downs, Sturt going to attack again, a long shot by Downs into the unprotected goal. Which way will it bounce? Michael Graham swoops on it. Jenkins there. Graham round onto his right foot, won't get a goal, it's going across the line. Sims can't hold it. Bagshaw in pursuit, but watches it trickle over the line for a throw-in in the full forward right pocket.
The Norwood defence under a tremendous amount of stretch at the moment. 3 minutes in the time on. Villas, but Lomberto dives on the ball. Stalemate. The bounce to take place right forward pocket of Sturt. The Blues 34 points clear. Phyllis and Sims. Sturt's way down to Winter. Winter still there. Armour back to Craig. Wide to Jenkins. Bounce favours that player. Jenkins goes long, centre wing, too long in fact. Woodcock has to double back, leaving Sanders alone. Sanders having trouble. Woodcock closes, Klomp the recipient, back to Walk, return to Sanders, and Sturt methodically to centre wing to find Robert Klomp. Klomp's kick, a high ball penetrating half forward. Jenkins and Downs, but Downs front position. And the Sturt youngster settle down very quickly, already an influence in this game. Inside half forward. Screw punt which goes off the side of the boot. Barton the set, loose ball out, Curly fist forward, coming up Gallagher, taps it down to Button, the big fella bursts through. Norwood now looking to step up and attack. Michael Annie's well down, it's a low pass, bounces past that player. Wynne for Norwood. Can't get clear, gives it to Michael Annie in short pass, and on the end of it, Wiseman of Sturt.
Norwood can't take a trick and attack at the moment. Fine Sturt defence. Wiseman towards Klomp, Bergen in there as well, Sanders in support. Strides clear, gives the run to Downs. Sturt a chance to go forward again. He's surrounded by 3 Norwood players. He's going to need backup support. Got across to Taylor. He kicks long. Adamson on the lead. Howard there as well. Well shepherded by Gallagher. Clear in the pocket is Michael Annie. No, it's Finneman clear in the pocket. Gets the pass from Adamson about 30 metres out. A chance for Norwood's first goal. He directs play back to Gallagher. Hasn't gained a lot in distance. In fact, he's possibly conceded ground. But he's certainly improved the angle. And Gallagher from about 35, 40 metres out. Normally a magnificent kick. There's the kick underway. As the siren sounds, has Gallagher put on the first? Oh, yes. Norwood's first goal as the siren sounds to end the first quarter here at Football Park. A wonderful start for Sturt. 5-9-39. Lead Norwood 1-5-11. See whether Bob Hammond will make any changes. I see Michael Annie going to full forward, so he's not prepared to take Big Jim off yet and give Adler a chance. Sturt were fairly predictable in their lineup. In fact, there were no surprises at all, except perhaps in the reserves. And Norwood have chosen a fairly predictable lineup as well. A lot of conjecture before the game, what may happen, what might not. Everything in readiness for the start of the second quarter here in the South Australian National Football League's Grand Final. Stand by. Sturt 5-9, lead Norwood 1-5 as the second quarter gets underway in the Grand Final. Noonan tries to get out of handball. He's in again. Burrowing out, comes out with it now. Drives Norwood forward to the half-forward line. Walk in defence takes the nice mark. Nigel Walk. Almost at centre-half back as he directs play to the outer side. Looking for Davies, but it's all Gallagher there. Thought about playing on. kicks long in towards the square. Casey, Hargraves, Adamson looking for support. Casey on the back of him, kicks in towards goal. Players set themselves. Finneman almost, but Hargraves slips it out. Sanders in support. Sturt kick clear, but it's straight back towards Norwood again, and Gallagher takes the mark on the half-forward line.
For the first time, Norwood have built a wall across that half-forward line. He looked for Noonan in the left-forward pocket, but well defended by Barton. The throw-in will take place. It'll be Button and Davies with Wynne coming in for Norwood, and I think he may well have earned himself a free kick. John Wynne, deep in the left-forward pocket of Norwood. Looking at a 28-point deficit, the first change. And also looking for a big lift. Fine screw punt off the boot of John Wynne. Carries across the face of goal. All Sturt, call to play on. The loose one to Noonan. Noonan still there, Von Berto now. Barton's there with him. And another throw-in to take place about 15 metres around from the right behind post of Norwood. Win again in with Davies, but it's Sturt's down to Nigel Walk. And turn to Barton. The loose one's to Woodcock. The left legger lines it up. Puts it on its way. His first goal goes on the board. That's the second one for Norwood, and a fine opening in the second term for the legs.
That was a bad mistake by the Sturt defence coming out. Davies got the tap beautifully down to Walk, gave it across to Heinrich, or Barton, who threw it out, and it was all Norwood there as Woodcock came around onto his natural left foot and from 35 metres out put it straight through, and Norwood had got off to a more confident start in the second quarter, but they still trailed by 22 points.
Big action again. Button coming in. Still there, Button. Davies throws it out, but Craig's there for Norwood. Feeds it over to Rosser. Rosser's kick directed to centre half forward, looking for Adamson. Reid used the body well, allows Hargraves through. In turn, Barton, and his kick carries to the half forward line, breaking into the open. Klomp. Jenkins comes over to check. Still Klomp. The running Bergen. Craig in hot pursuit, but Graham's let loose. Lines up the goal, steadies, and he's popped it through for one behind. Michael Graham penetrating that Norwood defence for Sturt to go to 5 goals 10, leading Norwood 2-5.
Well set up by Klomp. See, Graham took his meterage short to Jenkins. Went it too late. Jenkins in the back pocket. Norwood 23 points down. Jenkins looking for a lead. Will go towards Button long. Button won't make it. Curley will be the leaper. Noonan. Rosser. Sanders. At centre wing. Directs play towards the half-forward line. Nicholson and Winter. Heinrich. Winter. Taylor. Flanking him. Gallagher. Norwood running. Back to Taylor. The handball was a shocker. Downs comes through. Kicks right across bound. Finds Davies. Davies at centre wing. Sets up the short pass to Leonard. Leonard on the half-forward line. Sturt go forward to the Lake end, or the short pass from Leonard is not good. He barely manages to keep it in play, and there will be a throw-in on the half-forward left flank.
Sturt have got more run, more creativity. The players running into that loose spot ahead of centre. Davies up, but Button got it down to Rosser to centre wing. All Sturt back here, but Woodcock. I'm going to get that one. It was 3 versus 1, and Woodcock gets the free kick. The running player, Craig, drives through half forward, searching for Adamson. Reid, call to play on. Back to Casey it went. Klomp now, over to Howard. Sturt away again. An awkward looking kick. Up comes Curley for Norwood. Drives back where Klomp's in the way for Sturt. And now the Blues go forward. A penetrating drop punt. Graham's loose, but Jenkins chipping in, left it behind. Graham again. Snapshot at goal, going across the face and through for another behind for the Blues. 5 goals 11 Sturt, 2 goals 5 Norwood. 5-minute mark, second term.
Some of Norwood's kicking not well directed. Phyllis. Stazanowski decides to take the kick in. goes straight down ground, slightly towards the outer side. Davies over the top, couldn't pull it down. Button looking for Taylor, in support Gallagher, short to Woodcock, but it's not a well-directed pass again. Coming up now is Wynne, searches back for Woodcock, undecided what to do, chanced his arm, puts it in towards goal. Casey getting back desperately, won't make it. Goal Woodcock, his second. Great start in the first 5 minutes to Norwood.
Well, Norwood starting to pick up their game a little. The driving player was Gallagher coming through the centre. Drove, it wasn't a well-directed pass, but Wynne blasted through. Dummied around, fed it to Woodcock, and he drove. Look, got the pace, straightened up, and then popped it through for his second goal. 2 valuable goals, and Norwood now 3-5 trail Sturt, who are on 5 goals 11.
At the 6-minute mark, problematical how strong that breeze is. On Berto, Norwood starting to get confidence. Good mark in defence by Reid. Graham Reid from almost a true centre-half back spot. 15-metre penalty as Adamson came over the mark. This will bring Reid into the big square, but still on the defence side. 5-11 Sturt, Norwood 3-5. The Redlegs starting to get into the game now. Long kick from Reid, covering 60-65 metres. Bagshaw can't hold it. Winter throws it out, but it's Nicholson in defence. Runs clear. Craig. Taylor in the middle of the ground, but he's going longer, looking for Adamson. The leap is on. Wiseman can't make it. Bursting his way through. Finneman looking for it. Wiseman in trouble. Noonan. Walk. Wynne crashes his way through. Back to Taylor. Noonan. Short pass away. Adamson. Norwood did it the hard way, but got out of trouble with handball. And Adamson has taken the mark 20 metres out right in front. Most certainly will make the distance, but if he kicks this, we've certainly got a game in the grand final. Adamson on the way, his first goal to Adamson. Norwood's fourth, and they've kicked 3 in the first 7 minutes of this second quarter, and they've pulled back now and trail 4-5 to 5-11. You're viewing the action on Channel 7.
Well, this is what makes grand finals, no doubt about that. I doubt that the wind is having a direct benefit on the game, but it must be having some effect for Norwood to be able to get back to within 12 points at this stage. 5-11 Sturt, 4-5 Norwood.
Phyllis having a run on the ball against Sims, who gets the tap. Heinrich in first shoot, conceding ground. Sanders has Wiseman wide. Jenkins comes down, but Wiseman gets to the ball in front. Jeff Wiseman just the check side of centre wing. Well, the kick is not a good one, dropping short, intercepting Nicholson, rebounds beautifully. Norwood over the centre line again. The long handball is to Jenkins. Jenkins looking for the pass. On the lead is Wynne. Hargraves fists away. Gallagher sets up the handball again, but it's Sanders. He's in trouble. Gives it straight to Rosser. Rosser a long one in towards goal. Could have got another one. Which way will it bounce? Oh, Sturt breathe again. It was a long shot by Rosser with his left foot. Just bounced the wrong way and went through for a point.
Norwood starting to get the run now. Starting to use handball a lot more freely. Starting to create. Getting the control of the ball, which is allowing them to run into the open spaces, a thing which Sturt did very positively in the first term. Colin Casey. Distance in the kick, but Finneman's under it for Norwood. God couldn't pull it in. Wiseman down to Klomp and Sturt away. Jenkins drops back. From behind Nicholson. Playing a rebounding game in that back pocket. Slips it over to Von Berto. His kick carries to half forward. Up goes Noonan and Howard. And Howard, too many centimetres, saves Sturt at half back. Centre wing. All Sturt. Klomp's there. The Blues looking to set up an attack now. The half-forward line's been pulled well down. Barton, still there. Pulled off it by Nicholson. Bergen can't get his clear now. A high ball goes towards the goal square. From behind, Button destroys. Still there, Button, but Graham loose again. He settles, fires a handball. If the bounce sits there in business, Winter, but Rush, it's still in. Winter will be free kick. Well, the Norwood defence was under an extraordinary amount of stretch, and Glenn Rossum made an enormous amount of ground to get down to apply the tackle, but gave away a free kick to Bruce Wynne. The Sturt centre-half forward has yet to open his goal-scoring account. The Blues, by 11 points, have edged away to a 12-point lead with that point from Winter. On 5 goals, 12, they lead Norwood 4-6.
Wonder why Michael Graham went for the handball then, Jerry. He got himself clear onto the right boot, saw Winter in the square, put out a long handball, which was not a good one because Winter had to go back to get the ball. Sturt letting themselves down with their kicking. Von Berto, he'll get the mark or the free. Terry Von Berto deep in the back pocket to edge Norwood out of defence. 5-12 to 4-6. Von Berto towards centre wing. Finneman there. Coming through now at centre wing. Short on the lead was Adamson. Good pass by Finneman. Adamson as well out from goal. Puts it in the air for the leading Michael Annie. Wynne there as well. Casey in front position. Gallagher trying to get his way through. Craig there. Can't get out. And the free kick will go the way of Colin Casey. He took a smack about the mouth a little bit earlier, feeling it rather tenderly.
A good kick goes to centre wing. Oh, Winter got the sit beautifully on Curly and could well be the Pentagon mark of the day on Channel 7's World of Sport tomorrow. Winter's kick through half forward. Davies gets the run in, timed it beautifully. Quickly as Bagshaw doubles back to the open spot, so does Bergen, also Graham. Bergen takes the mark. And a direct shot at goal will result. Indicative of Sturt's reflex action to run to that open spot. 3 of them headed there on that occasion. Bergen took the mark, posts his first goal, and Sturt moved to an 18-point lead on 6 goals, 12, leading Norwood 4-6. The action coming on Channel 7's big replay.
Bergen's first goal, but set up beautifully by Davies, who realised he was too far out to score when kicking into the breeze. And as Jerry called it, there were 3 Sturt players hearing into the open goal. Bergen was elected to take it, and he made up for the ghastly miss he had in the first quarter when running into the open goal. He was only about 10 metres out and inexplicably missed. But he's got his first goal now, and Sturt 6. They lead by 18 points.
Phillips and Sims do battle now. Taken away by Wynne, a dribbling kick through half forward, bounces everywhere. Michael Annie up, last line Casey, he's caught. A fine tackle by Jim Michael Annie. And this will be Michael Annie's first touch of the game, I think. No, Chris Day, statistician, corrects me, it's his 3rd. Michael Annie would normally be within kicking distance. His first direct shot at the goal will go away to the left, and 1 point will go on the board for Norwood to go to 4-7, trailing Sturt, who are on 6-12.
Norwood starting to take the ball away from centre. Perhaps Mick Noonan's experience and knowledge of Davies' game is helping.
The fact that Davies wasn't at the centre bounce then, though, Ian.
Also, yes, true. Casey. Downs. Craig. Looking for Rosser. Onto his boot quickly into the forward zone. Michael Annie and Casey. Casey front position, can't complete it. Hargraves helped out of the situation, and the free kick will go that player's way. Just a little bit of excitement. Adamson playing sleight of hand with the ball. Hargraves from the full back pocket. Back towards Klomp. Oh, is underneath the ball. Taylor and Sims in pursuit. Towards Gallagher. Howard over the top. Cool in defence. Has Bergen running. Can't get there. He and Jenkins go across the line together. 15 minutes into the second quarter of the 1978 Grand Final. Sturt 6-12, Norwood 4-7.
Sturt looking to consolidate and trying to steady things down. Wynne back to Jenkins. He gives ground again. It wasn't a well-directed kick, but Taylor helps him out. Taylor's kick. Switching play grandstand side as Woodcock's got good meterage on Sanders. Not a good bounce, however. Now Norwood getting the luck. And Armour drives deep to the goal square, looking for Adamson back there. It eludes all those players and will bounce through 4-1 behind. Norwood now on 4 goals 8, trailing Sturt on 6 goals 12. It's a 16-point margin to the Blues. Currently well earned, but Norwood coming back strongly. Sturt custodian, Colin Casey. Kick holding up from behind. Phyllis comes in, hits to ground. Taken by Howard, and a throw-in results. Left forward pocket of Norwood, about 40 metres around from the left behind post.
Wynne in support of Phyllis. Sims doing the work for Sturt. Heinrich. Sims edged off by Noonan. Wynne in support. Slips back the handball to Craig. Noonan. Norwood come across our half-forward line. Michael Taylor, fine mark. Just got one hand to it and pulled it down 50, 55 metres out from goal. Woodcock on a lead. It's the only one forthcoming, so Taylor's going to kick long. Screws a magnificent kick right into the teeth of goal. Centimetres short. Hargraves can't handle it. Michael Annie in there. In goes Gallagher. Sanders takes the ball away for Sturt. Looks for Howard, but it's too far for that player. Downs comes down. Can't keep it in play, and we'll see another throw-in on the half-forward line of Norwood. They're doing most of the attacking in this quarter, which tends to indicate that the southern end is favoured by a win that we perhaps underestimated.
Half-forward line, Sims hits back to Howard, to centre wing. Curley drops back, but Bergen's there in front of Jenkins. Sturt to centre half forward. Armour hits down, but it's in the path of Bagshaw. Beautifully and coolly around finds Clomp at centre half forward. Robert Clomp, the Sturt centre man, and for Clomp is within distance. The true centre half forward position. Clomp's shot goes to the right as a fire springs up right behind that goal area due to the paper that's been thrown over. And Sturt move along to 6 goals 13. Sturt and Norwood are on 4 goals 8.
Stazanowski edged out. Bagshaw. Leonard. Downs. Clear is Barton, but he's going longer in towards Graham. Almost. Armour taps it away and goes for the safety of the line. Bonberto off. And it's Turble on. While Rome burns, play goes on. Davies gets the tap to Graham. Hooked in towards goal, but he's going to be well offline. And it'll bounce out of play in the full forward pocket. A constable, or 2 or 3 constables, looking a little concerned at the back of the goal. Throw in. Sims, Winter joins, Nicholson, Curley. Drives long to the outer side. Gives Taylor the run of the play. Plonk in pursuit. Taylor now goes long again into the pocket. Just now for Adamson. Which way will the bounce go? Picks it up well. Dummies. Shoots in towards goal. I think he's got it. Great personal effort by Adamson. His 2nd goal. And Norwood's 5th.
Well, Norwood have plugged away for that one for a long time. The Sturt defence had steadied. But it was a fine passage of football starting with Curley to Taylor. He coolly drove deep. Addison saw the loose ball come out. He didn't get the best of bounces. The Sturt defence descended upon him, but coolly around, and then a beautiful left foot snap with his 6th kick posted his 2nd goal, and Norwood now on 5-8, trails Sturt 6-13.
Davies back on the ball for Sturt. Leonard towards Bagshaw on the move. Overruns it. Graham shoots through. The handball's on if he can get it clear. Beautifully run down. Magnificent passage of play then by Nicholson. Barton's now with the opportunity. Norwood tackling beautifully, but on that occasion, Nicholson held on to the tackle too long and has given away the free kick. But what magnificent tackle to run down Graham. Can run a half an hour and 25 minutes, and Nicholson ran him down. But this time it's Barton with the ball. About 35, 40 metres out. Bagshaw starts to move, but Barton is confident he can make the distance. Off the side of his boots. Players leap. Sims comes through. Fisted away to Klomp. Back now towards Barton. Oh, they come through. Barton. Graham shoots towards goal. I think it's come back with a breeze. What a magnificent goal to Michael Graham.
Well, they're certainly the goals that win any match, let alone a grand final, if you can pull them out. Norwood defence trying to work it clear. Klomp got a handball down into the path of Heinrich. Armour went in. Then Widder to Barton, and finally to Graham, and a magnificent left foot snapshot from Michael Graham to post his second goal, and now Sturt 7-13 lead Norwood 5-8.
Barton and Davies. Davies tapped back in the play again. Wynne has his problems, or is it Turbo? Yes, Wynne. Played 21 minutes of the second quarter, and what a grand final it is. Superb exhibition in front of a capacity crowd. Barton's tap is to Noonan, Finneman and Howard. Howard has the pace. Gets clear, all the time in the world to dispose of the ball back towards the half-forward line. Downs and Jenkins. Curley overruns it. Heinrich through. Winter. Sturt head towards goal. Oh, the kick's a shocker. On the lead is Sims. You'll need backup support. Graham going to swoop on it. Sims gives it to him. He can't do it again. Hooks it back in towards goal. Touch and go. Great mark. Winter, I think. Bruce Winter kicks a goal. Could be the Ken-Max goal of the day on World of Sport tomorrow, as well as the Pentagon mark of the day. His first goal, and what a sensational goal.
Well, Sturt, we said a while ago, we're trying to consolidate. Norwood came back with a goal and looked as though they had the run, but Sturt, in the past 2 minutes, have posted 2 goals, and it's been the elusive Michael Graham on the half-forward flank that has been the player creating everything. Bruce Winter coming in to take that goal and snapping his first goal. Noonan's gone to the bench for Norwood. On 8-13, Sturt lead Norwood 5-8.
Bonberto has taken his place. He's in the bounce now, in the action straight away. Adler's warming up on the fence. Sanders over the top. Gallagher slips it out towards Rosser. Overrun by Leonard and free kick. Then Rosser. Adler warming up to come on, but Rosser has the free kick about 55 metres out, and he can really pound a ball, this boy. Finneman off for Norwood. Kick number 14 to Glenn Rosser. Kick underway, a low trajectory screw punt, almost made the distance. He has made the distance, but offline for a point. Well, what a sensational final. Norwood move on now to 5-9. Sturt 8-13, and we've played 23.5 minutes of the second quarter.
That certainly was a goal that Norwood didn't want. They were trying to consolidate their position. As Taylor hits the ball away, the throw-in will take place left forward pocket, well around from the goals. And Davies gains Sturt's way. Wiseman coolly through. The kick carries to centre wing. Bursting through Jenkins, couldn't control the ball, and another throw-in will take place at centre wing. 61 plays 39. Sturt lead, 23-minute mark. Davies, superb in ruck. Trapped by Button. Stalemate situation for a bounce, still at centre wing. 24-minute mark of the second term, the SANFL 78 Grand Final.
Going to be some tired players tonight. Tremendous pace of the Grand Final. Bonberto overruns it. Barton in. Sturt go forward again. Barton slips out the handball to the running Bergen. It sits nicely for him. Comes over the half-forward line. High in towards Sims. Phyllis there as well. Destroys. Another charge for Michael Graham. He can't pick it up. Nicholson in pursuit. Graham clear in the pocket now. Shoots towards goal. I think he's got another one. Offline. No, bad luck. 1 point only. But Michael Graham has bloomed all day as the danger player. And he's certainly giving the Norwood defence the run round.
I think it could well be that they've switched Nicholson out to look after him. Ian Stasinowski getting good distance. Button out the back. Howard first there. Craig emerges, gives ground to Taylor. He can't get around Davies. The play on is called. Davies robs, gives to Barton. In turn to Andrew Downs. Downs shot at goal. Wavering around and will receive one flag from the umpire for Sturt to move along to 8.15. They're leading Norwood, who sit on 5 goals 9. That's a 24-point margin.
Sturt has arrested the initiative that Norwood maintained for the first 20 minutes of the quarter. Now doing the attacking. Curly's kick is a long one. Sanders almost. Rosser through. Needs Woodcock. Plays and gets the free. Roger Woodcock in midfield. Has kicked 2 goals. Rosser's running for him. Davies is going to have to make some pace. Does it well, but he grabs Rosser. He did everything right. Got back quickly to touch the ball, but he made the grab on Rosser when he didn't have it and gave away the free. 2
professional free kicks by the Sturt side.
On the lead, Turnbull having his first touch for the game. Walked there with him, but the ball travels out of play. Into time on by a minute and a half of this second quarter. Sturt by 24. Davies. Reed. Sturt clear as they come across the half-back line.
Wavering punt kick, dropping in front of Winter, and the throw-in will take place at centre wing. Sturt looking to go to the big break with a good lead. Button and Klopp do that. Barton kicks forward. Curly for Norwood. An awkward-looking punt kick which will bounce through half-forward. Back there, Reed. Seeks the help of Wiseman. Not a good bounce. Wynne comes down. Working hard there for Norwood to get it to Craig. In turn, Bomberto. Bomberto still working. Big Button through. Well tackled. Back to Bomberto. And the kick goes to the Norwood half-forward line. Adamson up. Now Davies. Still Davies. Sturt's way. The loose one is robbed by Bomberto. A high tackle, but he plays on.
On the lead is Woodcock. Can't get it on the half volley. Taylor. Norwood go forward. Gallagher over the half-forward line. Graham runs him down, but he gets away the kick. Hargraves can't hold it in defence and watches the ball trickle across the line. Point to Hargraves. But it was a rush point, not to Hargraves. A point to Norwood, 5-10. Sturt, 8-15. Casey. Must be getting very close to half-time. We've had 3.5 minutes of time on. Davies was the leaper from behind. Craig in pursuit now. He'll let Gallagher take the ball. Hooks it towards Adamson on the half-forward line, but in the road, Wiseman dropped the sitter. Trying to work his way up was Turnbull. Walk in defence. Flanked by Reed. Sets up the short pass to Bergen.
Sturt cool under pressure. Go up over the centre region. Barton made front roll. In comes Armour. Now Taylor. Flanked by Jenkins. He runs direct through centre half forward. Fires for the goal square. Adamson back. The mark has been paid to Nigel Walk of Sturt. In the goal square. Nigel Walk to relieve as Sturt cling to a 23-point lead. A high ball. Half back. Gallagher in front. To ground. Bomberto. Still Bomberto. And a stalemate for a bounce inside Norwood's half forward.
Goal for Norwood would be handy. They got one right on the siren in the first quarter. They trail by 23 points, 8-15 to 5-10. Bounce on their half forward line. Button gets the tap towards Bomberto. Kick is not a good one. Wiseman runs round Button. The Sturt defender, plenty of time to slip out the handball. Beautifully intercepted by Craig. Did it beautifully in towards Adamson. Adamson has Adler there. He can't get it clear. Howard retrieves the situation for Sturt. Wiseman sets up the handball again. Button comes through. Kicked in by Gallagher. One-on-one. Casey. Line mark in defence. Once again, too good for Michael Annie. And Sturt to relieve this. Great attack by Norwood. And what an interception by Neil Craig on the outer side.
Sturt defence standing firm. Casey the half-back, Button in front. Bergen emerges with the ball. The loose one is to Adamson of Norwood. Wide to Wynne. Wynne steadying, seeks the help of Adler. A bad bounce. Tapped into the path of Turnbull. Turnbull goes to ground. Through goes Walk. Still there. Heinrich now. A fine tackle. But he's been paid for legging. The free kick will go to Philip Heinrich. Back pocket player for Sturt as umpire Mead talks to Greg Turnbull. A 15-metre penalty. Paid for Phil Heinrich, but it's half-time here at Football Park in this great 1978 Grand Final, and Sturt clinging to a very handy lead. On 8 goals, 15-63, they lead Norwood 5-10-40. The action coming to you on 7's big replay.
What a grand final it's been. Pace, spectacular play, brilliant play, and a big crowd enjoying it in perfect conditions. Stand by for the start of the second half of the South Australian National Football League's 1978 Grand Final. Sturt 8-15, Norwood 5-10 as we commence the second half of the 78 final. Button high, gets the tap back towards Butt. Gallagher sends Norwood forward, long in towards goal. Adler back there at full forward now in front position, can't handle it. Von Berto smothered, taken away now by Adamson, kicked high. Casey getting back, in comes Adler, spoils from behind and sends the ball out of play. It would appear as though that Norwood have dispensed with Michael Annie in the second half, and Adler's getting his chance at full forward. Casey was too strong for Michael Annie in the first half at the throw-in. Davies, the leading figure on the ground, Barton, Noonan on top of the ball, and the umpire will separate for a bounce.
Norwood getting the ball away first time on each of the first, second, and now the opening third term, but being unable to notch a necessary goal for a big lift. Wynne there, but Davies gets the tap. Adler through for Norwood, gives it to Von Berto, smothered by Casey. Noonan of Norwood. And over his head went Sanders. Noonan's still there. A stalemate ruled, and at centre-half forward, the ball will be bounced. Norwood trailed by 28 points at the first change, 23 at half-time. So with their use of the breeze, only improved to the extent of 5 points. Back to Noonan. He's smothered. Davies tried to work at the clock. Well smothered. Barton through. He's collared. Still on Norwood's half-forward line as Wynne was taken to ground. The loose one's to Rosser. And the umpire calling for a bounce on the front white line of the square, Norwood's attacking side. It's Button and Davies. Craig feeds it back to Rosser. To half-forward, but all Sturt and Wiseman. The Sturt defence has been able to answer anything that Norwood has been able to serve up. Half-forward, Bergen. Leaves it to Craig. Curley. Curley steadies a kick to half-forward, looking for Adamson. Reid comes in, falls over. Adamson marks, and the free kick goes to Reid.
Crowd not really happy with that decision. Reid came in from behind Adamson to try to leap, and Adamson took the easiest of marks. The umpire has ruled that Reid was interfered with. Kicks to the half-forward line. Winter. Players stack up once more. Very scrambly play in the opening 2 minutes of the second half. Obviously both teams told by their coaches at half-time the importance of this third quarter. If Sturt get away now, it's troubles for Norwood in 78. Curley in pursuit on the half-back line. Sets it up for Craig. At centre wing, Rosser having number 17th kick. In towards the half-forward line, Adamson there. Walk, Von Berto shoots it to the half-forward line. Which way will this bounce? Casey comes to meet it. Adler there, uses Noonan. Noonan strides in towards goal, brings it back now, looking for Michael Taylor. It's a great pass, Michael Noonan. Howard floors him. Taylor down, but umpire Foster right on the scene there. Hasn't given a 15-metre penalty. He could see nothing untoward about it. And Michael Taylor has accepted that pass from Noonan as the anxious coach of Norwood looks at his skipper 35 metres out from goal. Kick number 13 to Michael Taylor. Had a tremendous clash with Klomp in midfield. Klomp has had 6 kicks. Taylor's kick, screwing off the side of his boot. I think it's just got in. He got a goal. A great start for Norwood in this third quarter. Taylor's first goal, and they peg Sturt back now, 6:10 to 8:15.
It was a necessary one Norwood needed. Noonan was the player. Steadied, saw Taylor loose, set it up for him. He had to get it high to get it over the other Sturt defenders. Howard came in hard, gave it everything. But Taylor, the true champion that he is, stood his ground. Great mark, good kick, first goal, and Norwood on 6:10, trail Sturt, 8:15.
Sturt are running Sims, Norwood, Phyllis, Bergen. Kick Sturt into attack, high towards the half-forward line. Winter, Bagshaw comes out. Downs, slips out to Winter, 40 metres out, heads towards goal, but it's going to be offline. Davies can't do anything about it. And a promising attack of Sturt came unstuck with the kick from Winter. 8:16, 6:10. And I think we have a new full-back kicking in. It'll be Butt.
Norwood Ruckman, 4.5 minutes gone. It's vital third term. Craig at the back. Fires to centre wing. He's looking for Woodcock back there. Ball hits the ground. Phyllis comes in against Klomp. Still there, Phyllis. The loose one to Taylor, feeds it to Nichols. Norwood on the run, through half forward, but in front is Hargraves. It wasn't a well-directed kick. Hargraves quickly into the path of Howard. Again, Sturt start running to this open space. Howard taken out of the ground. He was impeded. Went for the safety of the white line, but Downs has got it. Looks for the run of Heinrich. Jenkins chases. Heinrich kicks the ball and has put it out of play on the fall. Well, Jenkins went for the foot then to try and give away a professional free kick, but it couldn't have come better for him as Heinrich gave the kick now to Curley.
Stephen Curley from the back pocket. Klomp. Went alone but didn't pull it down. Sims out of the pack. Taylor again. Armour hooks it round the corner looking for Adamson on the lead. He gets a bad bounce. In comes Wynne. Hargraves in defence to Howard. He's going to be run down by Finneman. Shrugs his way clear. Kicks Sturt forward to the half-forward line. Heinrich. Bagshaw. He's in trouble from Stasinowski. Breaks clear. Oh, the Sturt skipper's kick is off the side of his boot once more. And Norwood applying a tremendous amount of pressure as Sturt try to run the ball through their half-forward line. Once more, we'll see Stephen Curley. No, this time it's going to be Button, who's having a spell in this third quarter. No doubt in preparation for an all-out effort in the last. He'll kick Norwood back into play.
Comes grandstand side, looking for Phyllis. The little diminutive Noonan went alone, bursting through Von Berto to Phyllis. In turn, Noonan. He runs it, not a good handball, but it's fortunate to Craig. Craig to half forward, looking for Woodcock. Wynne up with Hargraves. Wynne bursts through. Woodcock now for Norwood. Flanked by Gallagher. Serves it over to Taylor. In turn to Gallagher. He's got a direct run at goal. Puts it up high. Dropping back Casey. The ball's on the deck. In goes Hargraves and Sturt. Relieved to the outer side. No one's home. And the throw-in will take place about 40 metres around on the right forward pocket of Norwood.
Jerry, I've got the impression that the pace of the game has slowed already, and if so, it's going to be the survival of the fittest at the end of 120 minutes.
Sims makes front position, taps back, taken by Sarnes, over to Walk, flanked by the running Bergen, to half forward, Winter. He's had the better of Curley so far. Winter, just ahead of centre wing.
But his sock's down already.
The 8-minute mark of this third term as the kick goes to half forward. Stasinowski doing a great job on Bagshaw, but it's Button who kicks Norwood back, looking for Curley. Good mark taken just forward of the half-back line of Norwood. Curley's kick up over centre. Adamson makes good leaderage, fisted away by Wiseman. Kick forward by Rosser. Sanders drops what he should have taken. Swooping on it was Reed. Walk couldn't control it. Norwood in quickly. Noonan it is on the bottom of the pack. The bounce half forward of Norwood.
8:16 Sturt, 6:10 Norwood. Norwood in attack on their half forward line. 8.5 minutes into the third quarter. Phyllis and Sims. Woodcock high to the half forward line. Wynne coming in. Can't take the mark. Taken by Adamson in towards the open goal. Howard's having to make yards, or metres actually, to get back there. Scoops it, but it's straight to Adler. Adler shoots towards goal, but it's off the side of his boot. of bounds on the full. Adler caught very close to the line indeed. Didn't have a great deal of the goalpost to shoot at. Under pressure, put it out on the full. Graham Reid. High kick back towards the half-back line. Taylor got up very early to get the free kick. Taylor didn't get within QE of the ball. Gives away the free kick to his immediate opponent. Thompson centre half-back. He directs play towards Barton in the centre. Here's a chance for Sturt now. Downs is clear. In the pocket is Heinrich clear. Ball towards that player. He's 35 metres out. Metres out. He straightens in towards Davies. Can't quite make it. And it goes off the fingers of the ruckman for a point. The loose man was set up. No, I think it's going to be out of bounds on the full. Sturt set up that loose man. It looked dangerous for a while. Fisted forward. Leonard and Taylor in first shoot. Leonard has superior pace. Taylor pulls him off the ball and gives away the free kick. Has a couple of words to say as well.
Jeff Leonard's at centre wing. A battle of defences early in this third term. A loose man Sims on the half-forward line of Sturt. 10-minute mark, third term, Sturt by 18 points. Forward pocket. Wynne's got the set. To ground it goes. Favours Barton. Dropping over loose as Downs. The ball in his direction. Jenkins is with him. Shrugs the tackle. It's Heinrich as he goes goalward. And once more, one flag will result for Sturt. They go to 8-17, leading Norwood on 6 goals 10. 19-point margin. Each side searching for a chink in the other's armour. Direct kick down to goal wasn't well done. Loose one, however, favours Norwood. Taylor. From behind, he's taken the ground by Howard. The Norwood captain freed in the centre. Quickly to Craig. Craig will go long. Fires to the goal square. No one home. Hargraves back. The loose one to Reid. He kicks high. Finds the centre square. Armours up. Bounces to Barton. Flicked over beautifully to Bergen. To half forward into the path of Bagshaw. Stasinowski applying the stretch. Cleverly around, showing the ability of one Paul Bagshaw. Drives to the goal square where Davies pulls down an equally brilliant mark. Sturt's skill starting to come to the fore, and Norwood in trouble as Gallagher hobbles to the interchange gate and Greg Turner his place. 12-minute mark of the second term, third term. Davies converts his second goal, and the Sturt move to 9-17, leading Norwood 6-10. Tremendous action brought to you on 7's Big Replay.
Bagshaw the brilliance. 32 years of age, a veteran. Gave Stasinowski the run round there with superb balance and ball control. Slipped out the pass, and it was Davies who had the run. Came over the top of Curley, and Curley in front position took an awful battering as Davies came over the top. I would think the kidneys have been knocked around a bit, and he converted for his second goal, and it was a valuable one for Sturt. Turnbull leads it back to Taylor. Norwood looking to set up something constructive. Short passes on, and Adamson marks at half forward. He looks for the lead of Adler, but it's a shocking kick. Adler possession, back to Finneman. Now Turnbull, in turn Adamson, he's running into an open goal. He converts without any problems whatsoever. His third goal and one Norwood needed. It's their seventh. Fine play then by Adler, who set up that play. The chain of handballs went across, and finally it was Adamson. Here's Adler now, gets out the handball to Finneman. He was in trouble, needed Turnbull. Adamson full face on goal from 30 metres out, chomped through goal number 3, and Norwood make their reply. 19 points down they are, 13 minutes into the third quarter. Each side resting their trump card in ruck, and it's Phillips and Sims doing battle with Wynne over the top for Norwood. Kick forward by Taylor. Howard through for Sturt. Again to Bergen, the receiver. Through half forward, Bagshaw and Stasinowski to ground, and Curley of Norwood. Winter applies the stretch. Curley can't get around, and the free kick goes Sturt's way. Bruce Winter free deep in the left forward pocket. Coming up 15 minutes of this third term, Sturt by 19 points.
Winter's kick floats into the goal square. Davies in front. Fisted away. Barton couldn't get through. Button emerges. A bounce to take place.
20 metres out in front of the Sturt goal, and they lead by 19 points. Davies and Button to Barton, can't get a kick away. Jenkins. Winter measures his length. Finally, it's forced out to Curley. Curley under pressure from Heinrich. Running to the ground from behind, and Phil Heinrich gets the free kick in the full forward left pocket. About 35 metres out. Oh, that's going to help. 15 metres closer now. Doesn't improve his ankle at all, but he's got a chance now to run round. Obviously, he's got cramp. He's getting that right leg straight very quickly. Neil Craig standing the mark, having a few well-chosen words to umpire Foster. Heinrich has one goal. This has brought him to within 15 metres. You can see Heinrich obviously in trouble with cramp. Winter's also got his socks down, and you wonder whether Sturt now might have trouble with their legs with the fewer matches that they've played. Heinrich taking plenty of time. It's a very tired-looking kick, but I think he's guided it through for a point only. And some of the Sturt players looking weary, but Norwood haven't got much pace either. Game slowed almost to a walk. 9-18 Sturt, 7-10 Norwood.
Stasonowski goes short to Craig, but nothing further ahead. Sturt have built a good wall back there on their half-back line, half-forward line, sorry. Taylor takes Klomp out, gives Rosser the run, but in hot pursuit is Leonard, and the ball out of play for a throw in centre wing. Sturt by 20 points, 16-minute mark, third term. Phyllis up from behind. Coming through as Barton feeds it to Klomp. It's forward for Bagshaw, giving ground. The Sturt champion chips away short. Has to be someone on the end of it. It's Sims. Trevor Sims kicks deep. Again searching the goal square in Davies. Button takes this mark. Outpositioned Davies beautifully on that occasion. And kicks short to find Noonan. In turn, Armour. Armour gives the run. The pass is on. Turnbull throws himself at it. Call to play on is held high. Very high tackle by Klomp. And Greg Turnbull freed at the centre circle. Kicks wide to the half-forward line. The lead came from John Wynne. Wynne making ground. Hargraves applying an enormous amount of strength. Push goes unnoticed. Hargraves working around. Throws the ball away. There's no one near the ball. In comes Finneman of Norwood. And the ball out of play for throw.
Sanders is hurt, badly hurt by the looks of things. Oh, we've got a few problems here. Very nasty scene here in the grand final. John Wynne at the scene, and I think you find that Sanders is not well at all. Norwood chairman of selectors. Some harsh words being spoken between officials. An ugly scene. Players very tense in the final. All started when Sanders was felled very heavily. He's back up on his feet okay now. The umpires have sorted out the problems. And the action's back. Button on the ball. No, Phyllis it is. Gallagher throws it away. He's back on the ground. Von Berto hanging on. A free kick to the Norwood road. Adler on the lead. Kick number 10 to Von Berto. Puts it in high for Adamson. Sets himself. Can't handle the mark. Sanders taps it towards the line. And it's forced out of play in the full forward left pocket. 9-18 Sturt. Norwood 7-10. 18 minutes into the third quarter.
The intensity is absolutely fierce. 20-point lead to Sturt. Wynne goes in behind, but Hargraves emerges. Kicks back to the big centre square, where Downs goes up. Fine mark. He's forward of centre wing, and Sturt remaining cool. Sign of a good side. The kick wobbles off the side of the boot to half forward, and Winter. They're looking to press home their advantage now. Third turn as Winter drives long. Carries to the goal square. Davies out positions. Button drops the mark. Allows Jenkins in, and Norwood clear. On the half-back line. Leonard of Sturt. Now Heinrich. Heinrich caught. Call to play on as Bergen kicks again to the goal square. Davies you, Downs up. Nicholson. Graham through. Couldn't get the boot to ball, and finally it's rushed through for one behind. The intensity you could cut with a knife. 73 plays 52.
Desperate football. Desperate football. Button and Davies both resting for the most of this third quarter. I doubt whether they've had a run on the ball. Obviously the coaches are going to bring them on for that all-out effort in the final quarter. Button actually kicking off the 19.5-minute mark. A low trajectory kick. Downs in front. Craig drops it, slips it over towards Taylor. He's got armour there as well. He runs it out of defence towards the half-forward line. Noonan there over the top, however, a fine mark taken by Reid. Players getting very excited at D. It's been a very fiery quarter. The 15-metre penalty is going against Norwood. Taken by Graham Reid. 20 minutes into the third quarter, 9-19 to 7-10. Reid's kick is a long one to the half-forward line. Over the back of the pack, and a free kick has been sorted out. And go to Norwood still, but he's at centre half-back.
Sturt getting the better of this particular issue at this moment anyway. Norwood currently showing their frustration. Button kick go to centre wing. Adamson's there. Adamson's opponent, Reid, has been the surprise packet in this game. The Norwood player drives to centre half forward. Howard's up high. The back Wiseman. He's caught. Doubles back. Feeds it over to Heinrich and turn Klomp, and Klomp drives deep towards the goal square. Curley's back there, drops what he should have taken, and Wynne scoops on the ball, blasts his boot, second goal, and a handy one for Sturt.
Oh, what a bad mistake then by Stephen Curley. It was a long kick by Wiseman out of defence. He got caught, finally had to give away the handball to Klomp. He got it from Heinrich. Klomp kicked long in towards full forward. Curley seemed to be going to take the mark all right. Couldn't hold it, and Wynne into the open goal to notch his second, and that's a handy one to Sturt.
Davies on the ball now, but Button gets it down to Von Berto. Norwood to half forward. Adamson reaching high, down to Turnbull. His kick goes around the corner. Adler up. Casey underneath to Hargraves. The loose one's out. Woodcock for Norwood. Couldn't take it. Noonan. Emerging Sanders. Leonard caught. A stalemate rule. The bounce to take place on Norwood's half-forward line. Roger Woodcock showing his frustration. Things not going Norwood's way at the moment. Button goes up. Nigel Walk tries to get back through with it. Heinrich gets a kick away of sorts. Hit back by Leonard, but stolen by Armour to Gallagher. Gallagher hooks around, searching the goal square. Back is Howard. Good save. And Howard will have to come back between the big white uprights. Not allowed to do that. Will be brought back and take his kick once more. The 22-minute mark of this third term, and Sturt lead by 27 points.
Reid was clear too, but Howard tried the thimble and pea trick on the umpire, but of course you must come back and take it between the goal. Otherwise, the ball is not brought back into play. Howard chooses the upper side on this occasion. Ball going to drop short. Noonan gets one hand to it. Walk in pursuit, but it's taken by Hargraves. Beautifully tackled. Noonan. He'll need support. Burring on the bottom of the ground. Hargraves over the top, and the umpire in to separate players once more. Gee, this has been a rugged third quarter. Players getting tired, giving their all, making mistakes, and tempers just flaring a little. Bounce down at Norwood centre half forward spot. Tap away. Button up. Woodcock. Wiseman. Wiseman again in trouble. Gets out of it beautifully. Gives the handball to Klomp. He versus Taylor. Taylor gets the tap away. In comes Graham. But it's taken by Nicholson. Craig over the half-forward line in the air. Adler sets himself. Hargraves over the top. Magnificent mark. Could be the Pentagon mark of the day on World of Sport tomorrow. Sets Davies up a little bit, but the ruckman gets out of it well through Walk.
Walk's kick carries to the half-forward line. Jenkins up. So is Winder. Winder out the back to Barton. He's caught. Feeds it to Winder again. The Sturt centre half-forward dribbles a kick. It gets away, however, from Phillips. And another behind goes on the board to the Blues.
I reckon Wynne has got cramp in both legs. He's feeling them continually, and he can hardly struggle. Then he found it hard to get the ball 20 metres.
It's Wayne Phillips kicking in. Finds Curley, who's not having one of his better days. This time allowed to run. No pressure being applied. Now Sims closes, but he kicks into the centre to find Woodcock. Norwood wanting to get a goal badly. The pass is on, and Adler's on the end of it. Norwood breaking down in this full forward line. Michael Annie was not brought back to that position after half-time, but Adler has done little better. An attempt now to redeem that situation. Adler's kick. It's got the distance off the boot. The accuracy is there also, and could that be the necessary needle Norwood need? Paul Adler's first goal, Norwood's ninth.
Fine goal by Adler. It's one of the few times that the full forward, either Michael Annie or Adler, could get clear, but the pass was a beauty to him on the lead, and Casey couldn't get to it. Casey was one of Sturt's top players in the first 3 quarters, but on that occasion he wasn't quick enough. Hammond. Has he got a chance in the 78 final? His assistant coach, Dylan, in the background.
Big guns, Button end at Davies. Davies possession, still there Davies as he handballs to Bergen. The pass is into the path of Bagshaw. Made good meterage, a well-directed kick. Paul Bagshaw is inside half forward, going long. The ball will drop in the square. Sims gets front roll, taken down by Andrew Downs, but his snapshot is offline. And Sturt, the 21st point on the board at 10:21. Lead Norwood 8-10. We're about to enter time on. Phyllis finds Armour. Norwood looking to run the ball. Craig is there to give that necessary tandem support. To centre wing, Hargraves hit away by Wynne. Howard in for Sturt. To Klomp, the loose Downs. He's flanked by Hargraves. A well-executed handball, and Sturt go deep to the goal square. Dropping back is Curley. Winter got the set, Curley at the back. Take it, Barton's got possession, but Von Berto will relieve to Nicholson.
Norwood come clear, or the kick's not well directed. Andrew Downs has been paid the mark or the free. Sturt's kicking, letting them down badly. 10:21 to Norwood's 8-10. That's 31 scoring shots to 18. Bagshaw. Players get excited again. Bagshaw most unconcerned. Can't imagine him ever getting excited. Hooks it around to Klomp. He takes the mark and centre half forward. Klomp about 45-50 metres out from goal. Into time on by a minute and a half. Klomp's kick. Offline once more. In fact, it could have been out of bounds on the full. They leap, but the umpire has ruled out of play on the full, and the free kick once more to Norwood. Once again, we see a sock go down. Some heavy legs. Stephen Curley. Bagshaw, Davies over the top. Noonan running. Goes right across goal. Taylor. Leonard coming in too. Back to Sanders. The long one over to Bergen. He's in trouble. Walk. Heinrich. A long shot towards goal. I think he's put it through. Magnificent goal to Heinrich. His second goal. And Sturt get a valuable one into time on of the third quarter.
Well, Norwood were clinging to a 23-point deficit. That's what Sturt enjoyed at half-time, but then constructive football. Sahn has set it up to Bergen. He was flanked beautifully by Walk, drew in the opposition, tapped it over to Heinrich. A balanced kick went goalward for his second goal. Sturt on 11:21, lead Norwood 8-10.
Davies and Button. Line ball, Wynne, smothered by Klopp, sets it up again for Armour. For the half-forward line, and Turnbull gets a bad bounce. Wiseman, conceding ground. Oh, sets up Hargraves. Chance for Norwood through Turnbull to Adamson. He's got 3. Heads for the open goal. And I think he's got number 4. Sturt defence made a mistake. And Norwood made them pay for it.
Well, that's an unusual sight for a disciplined Sturt defence. Wiseman was the player that got himself into trouble. He was well shepherded out.
then it was a badly executed handball which set up Hargraves and allowed Turnbull in. Quickly he got it over to Adamson, who was completely alone, and the Norwood centre half forward ran into an open goal for his fourth. Norwood on 9-10 come back, but they trail Sturt on 11-21 with 4 minutes of time on play.
Sims and Phillips on the ball now, with Wynne to Noonan. Line ball, a repeat bounce almost back in the centre circle. Almost three-quarter time here at Football Park in the grand final. And what a ripper it's been. 87 plays 64 at the bounce once more. Sims high to Barton, runs into strife. All to play on. Bagshaw at centre half forward at the moment. Armour, back very high and free kick between centre and centre wing. Taylor, Nicholson up at the centre of the ground, kicks in long. Adamson on the lead again. Reed can't find the ball, he's got Adler in the square by himself. Hargraves getting back on him. Adamson ducks his head. Sanders in defence for Sturt, gets out of it to Reed, and Reed will come across the half-back line.
Seeks help from Leonard. Leonard in turn to Graham, who's hardly been sighted this turn, but he runs a mile through half forward. Oh, he's a burster, Graham, when he goes. Deep to the square it goes. The loose one's down to the path of Curley. Almost taken over by Heinrich. Heinrich's got it now. Doubling back, he can't get through. Jenkins forcing. Button takes it under. Now it goes out the back to Craig. No help. The throw-in will take place right forward pocket. Well, hindsight's a valuable thing, but Brian Adamson should well have gone long instead of putting up that bad handball. Davies outmanoeuvres. Button gives it to Barton, and a timely goal. A magnificent goal to the Sturt Rover, again set up by the great ruckwork of Davies.
See, there's some tired players out there. Barton's not one of them, however, at the throw-in. It was Davies getting the right position from the throw-in in front of Phillips, or Barton it was, sent out the handball to Barton, who strode towards goal, set it up, allowed for the breeze at the right goalpost, and put it through for his second. And now they've opened up a 29-point lead. Is it too much for Norwood?
Phillips on the ball for Norwood. Sims for Sturt. Norwood's way, but Leonard gets possession. Quickly to Downs. Through half forward goes Sturt. Jenkins up high, pulled away by Graham. Will be freed inside half back. 7 minutes of time unplayed in the third term. Jenkins looking for Noonan wide at centre wing. It's a well-directed kick. But it's three-quarter time here at Football Park in the 1978 SANFL football final. A brilliant exhibition of football by both sides, despite a battle of defences in the third term. And Norwood, 12 goals, 21, 93. Lead Norwood, 9-10, 64. Magnificent action brought to you on Big 7.
Channel 7 viewers and through the relay stations in the country stand by for the final quarter in 1978. Is underway, and Sturt lead by 29 points. Davies at the centre, sends Sturt into attack through Bagshaw, chips out the pass, Downs on the lead, can't quite get there. He's well shepherded, however, by Heinrich, beautifully taken off him by Jenkins. Stazanowski, gee, he's been moved. He's in midfield at the moment, shoots out the short pass to Adamson, overruns it, Reed back, Wynne taps it to Adamson, shoots out the short pass, Sanders in defence, Adler, however, Casey right there, goes down, taps it now to Gallagher, shoots towards goal. Goal! Norwood got off to a brilliant start in the opening 30 seconds of the final quarter. Gallagher's second goal, and has reduced the margin to 23 points.
Well, if that's Norwood wanted a needle, that said the beautiful pass came in from Adamson. Adler was lucky to get around as he finally got the ball between the boot of Sanders, and Philip Gallagher was on the end of it. His 11th kick, his second goal, a valuable one for the legs. They move to 10-10, but trail Sturt, who sit on 12-21, opening minute of a magnificent final quarter here at Football Park.
Bob Hammond back at the bounce. Davies and Button giving their all. Button got up high, straight down to Noonan. Norwood go forward again. Adamson over the back, spoiled. Taken away now by Turnbull. Runs his 20 metres, shoots in towards the open goal, but he's offline on this occasion. And Norwood started out brilliantly in this final quarter. The first minute has been one of pace, and all pace. Adamson has proved a real thorn in the side of the Sturt defence. He's got 4 goals and been helpful in a couple of others.
Sturt have switched back short of centre half forward and went into the goal front. It's Casey now, the custodian. A fine kick to the half back line. Howard's in front, but Gallagher hits to ground. Turnbull on the end of it. Straightens up. The pass goes to Craig. He's got time to steady. He has a shot at the goal. It's well on its way. And Will Craig, the mighty Norwood Rover, posts his first goal at the 2-minute mark of the final term.
Well, if Norwood needed any confidence to go along with their legs, they've certainly got it. It's Turnbull. He got out a pass to Craig. It was short of him, but he scooped it up brilliantly on the half volley. And from 40 metres out with his 14th kick, he never looked like missing, and he got his first goal. And Norwood are back in the action. Trail now only by 16 points, and they've got a real chance.
Big guns back at the centre. Sturt's Davies, Norwood's Button. A battle royale. Sturt have been on top so far. The bounce favours Sturt. Davies takes it, shrugged off Craig, dropped the ball and allows Bergen in. To half forward for Downs. Doubling back armour of Norwood. Couldn't trap it. However, he's got it now. Robbed of it. In against the tide went Nicholson. Heinrich fighting hard. Philip Heinrich of Sturt. Looking for help. Can't get it. Doubles back. Has a shot at goals. It could be number 3. A magnificent goal from Philip Heinrich of Sturt. A magnificent reply for his 3rd goal.
That could be the Ken Max goal of the day. On tired legs, that was a magnificent performance, and he didn't get any help at all. He battled hard, he socketed it forward. Norwood defenders were all round him. He had nowhere to go. He still couldn't get anyone to shepherd for him. And on tired legs, he straightened from 30 metres out and popped it through. And Sturt come back like a good side they are. 13-21 to Norwood's 11-11.
Sturt by 22 points. Davies and Button. Norwood's way, the free kick, Neil Button. From the centre circle, kicks to half forward. Adamson couldn't control it. He's still in the van. No tandem support. Has to go it alone, but he's got a free kick for interference. Ryan Adamson at centre half forward. Normally in dry conditions, a prodigious kicker of the ball. Number 12 goes to boot. It's going to go through the goals high up. It's all clear. Goal number 5 goes on the board to the Norwood centre half forward, and the Redlegs pull back to a 16-point deficit.
What a grand final, and what a final Adamson's put in. Kick 5 from centre half forward, and that was a magnificent kick. It defied the effort of the Sturt defence to get up there and leap. It was a pretty crowded forward zone. Players got up high, couldn't quite get their fingers to it, and back to 16-point deficit.
And Button, Norwood's way, Craig through, tap back by Leonard, but Button feeds it to Gallagher. The run of Rosser is wide. Rosser's got time to balance. Puts the ball well on its way, but way offline, and it will be greeted with 1 flag from the man in white for Norwood to move to 12-12. Trailing Sturt on 13-21.
Well, if Norwood get up and win there, there's going to be a lot of argument about the preparation of the two sides. The fact that Sturt had a direct route into the grand final. Norwood have done it the hard way. Pull pass from Casey has found Bart. Goes for the outer side. Oh, that's a poor kick. Taylor. He's between centre and centre wing. Michael Taylor has kick number 15. Statistics by Chris Day. Long kick by Taylor to the half-forward line in defence 3. Former Bulldog player. Hasn't played a great deal of football at centre half-back only since he's gone to Sturt. Bergen, he'll be run down, gets over the long handball to Davies. Sturt go forward again, or Davies kick is a high one to the pocket. Heinrich lifts the leg, Armour in defence. Takes the mark on the half-back line. David Armour. Oh, not a well-directed pass. Klopp intercept was meant for Gallagher. Klopp in the attacking division. Sturt players looking weary with cramp problems. Bob gets out a pass. It was bent for Bagshaw. No, probably Graham. Here comes Bagshaw now. He'll set up the handball for Barton. Nicholson comes to meet that player. Phyllis it was. Barton in trouble. Curley. Sims on the action. Curley goes down in a heap and gets the free kick for pushing the back.
It's a timely one for Norwood because Sturt had a wall of players running then. Curley showing good temperament and pulling that ball back under. Free kicks today, Norwood 24, Sturt 17 as Button marks on the half-back line. An enormous final term as Button kicks up over centre wing. Adamson's at the back, couldn't pull it in. Sanders there. Kicks around the corner, but Noonan for Sturt. Quickly away, nothing to kick to. Coming downfield is Wynne. Couldn't trap it, leaves it for Hargraves. Turnbull takes it with him, and a throw-in will take place inside Norwood's half-forward. A tremendous climax building here in this great final. Wynne goes with Button. Turnbull feeds it out, but it's taken by Sanders. He's caught, and it's Roger Woodcock. Inside half-forward, certainly within distance. In the right position for his left leg, and can he convert with his sixth kick? He has two. Woodcock's shot was carry, hit the post. What a play!
Bad luck, Jerry. That one looked to be going through the middle, then came back with a boot just at the end to hit the post. Bad luck for Roger Woodcock. 8 minutes gone in the final quarter with 78. Gets a lead from Howard, but he's going straight down looking for champion Davies. Button over the top, who's got the legs to move it on now. Barton pushes it out towards Nicholson in the centre of the ground. Gets the kick away. Howard with the leap over the top, can't pull it down. In there's Wiseman as well. Players fight for the ball. Adamson looking anxiously at umpire Foster, and a bounce down will take place inside Norwood's half-forward line. 13-21 Sturt, 12-13 Norwood.
Somewhat identical position to the second semi-final when Norwood made their bid at this time in the final quarter. A kick high from Gallagher, underneath at Hargraves. Turnbull goes in against him. Turnbull in again. Another stalemate, and the bounce will take place left forward pocket of Norwood. Norwood within 14 points. On that occasion in the second semi-final, Sturt steadied and drew clear. What will be today's result? As Davies feeds it to the running Bergen. Sturt go to centre wing. Bagshaw! Oh, there's the Pentagon mark of the day. And Bagshaw is hurt. An awkward fall, but what a magnificent leap. Sturt captain, the magical Bagshaw. The mind boggles as to what he can produce. Bagshaw, the short pass to Klomp. Centre, between centre and centre wing. Drives wide, looking for Leonard. Bounce favours Rosser, but Leonard's the first to recover. Nicholson, a great tackle. Armour through now for Sturt, for Norwood. Sims caught, taken the ground. Sims drags it in under again. Feeds it to Downs. Downs goes goalward, and 1 point is the result. 13 goals, 22 Sturt. They lead Norwood 12-13. 10-minute mark, final turn.
Well played, Trevor Sims. Stazanowski back from Nicholson to Nicholson again. Caught him by surprise. Button can't handle it. Barton in there. Flanked by Bergen. Bergen has to get round. Von Berto can't do so. Brilliant tackle. Strong defensive work. Curley. Phyllis. Craig. Tackled well. Lost it to Downs. The handball is back to Barton. Barton on the half-forward line. Sets it up for Graham. Good pass. Michael Graham, 40 metres out. Not on much of an angle. Has 2 goals. Set Sturt alight in the first half. Had a quiet third quarter. But Sturt depending on him now. Edge to the lake end. Kick is going offline. It'll make the distance, but only a point to Sturt from Michael Graham. 13-23 the Blues, 12-13 Norwood. 11 minutes into this grand final, and what an absorbing contest it's been.
Ian Stasinowski goes directly downfield, looking for Button. Davies has got the set from behind, couldn't pull it in. Button's got it, out to Armour, in turn to Craig. Craig's got a direct run at goal, puts it out to Noonan, walks there, up comes Adler, looking for help, can't get it, he's got around, can't get through, however, hits it over to Turnbull, and Turnbull runs into an open goal. Goal number 1 goes on the board to the Norwood Rover, and goal number 13 for the Redlegs.
10 points the difference, and gee, what a valuable goal. There was a lot of hard body work as Craig brought the ball out of defence with a handball. Walk was underneath the ball. Coming to meet it was Adler. He got past, but then Casey ran him down. Knocked it over to Turnbull. Turnbull into the open goal for his first. And at the 12-minute mark, Norwood have reduced their deficit to 10 points, and it's really on in the 78 grand final.
Sims on the ball now. Phillips for Norwood. Sims gets it down. Klomp bursts through. Out to Howard it goes. He has an airy, but Sims is there to help. And his kick goes to half forward. Armour up one-handed, allows Jenkins in, but he's got no one to kick to. Bergen chases. Heinrich's there also. He goes short, looking for Turnbull. Wiseman was behind him, and the throw-in will take place on Norwood's half forward.
Sturt running on courage alone now.
Certainly no one need be present who's got a heart problem. Gallagher tapped it down to Bonberto. Bagshaw steals it, but couldn't get through. He put his elbow up and has been... Yes, the free kick's gone against him for putting up the elbow. And Greg Turnbull showing, or is it... It is Greg Turnbull showing that he was on the end of it. Sturt by 10 points, 12 minutes into this final term. The pass goes for Woodcock. Back there, Adamson keeps it in play, lines it up, a balanced kick at goal is out of play. No 1 point. 13-14. Norwood, they trailed Sturt on 13-23. 9 points separate the sides. 13 minutes of time gone, and the result in the balance.
Sturt will have to bring fresh legs onto the ground, Jerry. It's going to be hard to get into a grand final, but I see Morton warming up. Obviously, Oatey's got it in mind. Casey to the outer side once more. Bagshaw will be the leaper. One hand to it, but it goes straight through the pack to Turnbull. He's been paid the mark. Blood streaming down his jaw. Took a heavy one a little while ago from that elbow. But it's Turnbull now. Tries to run round Klomp on the mark. Forces himself onto the left leg. The pass is out to Wynne. Wynne tries to get it away. Bonberto heads in towards the open goal, but it's off the side of his boot. Desperately trying to get there was Adamson, but the ball out of play once more. Full forward right pocket. Norwood 9 points down. Have reduced their deficit from 29 at the throw-in. Wynne up high, grabs the ball, looking to pass off. Sanders in there. Players can hardly scratch themselves at the moment. Turnbull heads in towards the open goal again. I think he's got the second goal. Norwood are down now, back to within 3 points of Sturt with Turnbull's second goal.
Well, we haven't seen a grand final finish like this for years. Wynne was the player. He got caught, tried to work it hard. In went Norwood players and Turnbull. How he got back between two Sturt defenders, I'll never know. But he got himself through, ran into an open goal, his second, and Norwood on 14-14 trail Sturt 13-23. The margin 3 points.
Phillips at the bounce with Sims. Phillips gets the tap away. Bonberto in there again. Taylor over the top. Bagshaw takes it out. Gets a sideways kick out towards the half-forward line. Big mark by Jenkins. Norwood now confident, sensing they've got a chance to pull off this 78 grand final, though they're underdogs. In front, Woodcock. Norwood running. Here's Taylor at centre wing. One bounce, two bounce. Straightens up now, puts it in the air. They settle. The big leap. Hargraves taken away by Wynne. Left towards goal, and the Redlegs are in front. 2-8 has got his first goal, and the Redlegs have hit the front in the 78th final.
Well, they've had to wait until the 15-minute mark of the final term, but it was their skipper, Taylor, who belted the ball in high. Hargraves almost pulled it in, but Johnny Wynne the opportunist as ever, snared it, his leg's gone, but he got onto the right boot, hooked truly for his first, and Norwood hit the front at the 15-minute mark. On 15 goals, 14 they lead Sturt, 13-23.
16 minutes into the final, Sims up again. Sturt now going to have to lift. Craig comes away again. Norwood have to run. Craig goes in long. Coming across is Hargraves. Great mark in defence. Has been paid the mark. Norwood playing on with the ball. But Hargraves will be paid the mark in the back pocket. Oatey must be a very worried man now. He's seen a 29-point lead at three-quarter time. And now he's got a deficit of 3 points. Can Sturt lift? But Bonberto. Leonard. Bonberto goes to the safety of the line. The ball out of play. Bob Hammond. Can he pull off the 78 premiership? 3 points in front at the moment.
Phyllis away from Sims, tried to work it to Rosser. Another throw in, identical position. What a thriller. Phyllis and Sims hit Norwood's way, and Sims given away a free kick. It'll be Wayne Phyllis. Barton in close to the mark. His kick goes to the forward pocket. Adamson, but fisted away well by Reid. Allows Noonan in, however. He falls at the crucial moment and seeks the respite of the white line. Still inside Norwood's half-forward line. Adamson taking this one, but Wynne the help. Barton's caught. Turble at the bottom of the pack. And a bounce will take place inside Norwood's half-forward line. 18-minute mark, Norwood by 3 points.
Players very tired, desperately tired, but still prepared to go through the pain barrier to run for their jumper. Sims. Bonberto caught by Leonard, and players haven't got the strength to break clear. The ball tucked on Norwood's half-forward line. Sims again to Michael Graham. Graham's got some run in his legs, goes long to the half-forward line. Conquered first shoot. Allows Wynne to go through, but the ball has gone out of play in the meantime and will be brought back to the half-forward line of Sturt. They've got it in their attacking division, and they badly need a goal to lift their flagging spirits. Well in control at three-quarter time. The Redlings have put back brilliantly. Davies lifting his legs over the top, but it's to Barton, can't find it. Craig in. What a magnificent game he's played. Rosser high to the half-forward line, going to drop short there. Reid over the top of Adamson, but Adamson paid the mark. He's between centre and centre wing to put the Redlegs in. Looking for Turnbull. Adler on the lead. Hargraves rides the bump, goes over the line with the ball, and another throw in Norwood's forward division.
Still it's 3 points, Norwood's favour. Sturt bringing Mutton on, trying to get legs into their game. Noonan through for Norwood. Steadies, passes over Gallagher. Couldn't pull it in. Howard's there, but Gallagher around Steadies. Goes goalward. And Philip Gallagher hits the post. Well, Norwood throwing everything that they've got at Sturt at the moment. And no wonder Norwood's coach Bob Hammond up off his seat. They've got a 4-point margin now. 105 plays 101. Robert Barton to the bench for Sturt. Casey going direct downfield. He's looking for Davies. Barton, oh, great mark by Neil Button. Outmanoeuvred the Sturt champion and will take time to kick Norwood deep into attack.
Button taking all the time. Norwood have got it on their side now. They're in attack at the 20-minute mark. Button's kick is long, a nice looking drop punt. They set themselves in the square. Once more Hargraves in defence, and he's pulled down some telling marks. But Sturt have got to attack. It's his 5th mark. Gets a 15-metre penalty. An 8th kick. Hargraves to the outer side. Davies edges out Button and gives away the free kick. Button again. On the lead was Turnbull. Wiseman in pursuit. Turnbull can't get there, and it goes out of play in the forward pocket. 13-23, Sturt 101, Norwood 15-15, 105. the throw-in.
Davies and Wynne. Davies trying to lift Sturt. Woodcock there for Norwood. Hit away, but he's in again. Gives ground an awkward handball and allows Sturt in. Bergen kicks high, up over the centre. Phyllis coming in against the tide. Tapped out by Winter. On the bottom's Armour. Taylor, a loose handball. Bergen again. Kicks high to the half-forward line, and Sims is all alone. Takes a timely mark for the Blues at half-forward. Players streaming forward. Sims goes in the direction of Winter. Jenkins closes, but Winter is marked. And could Sturt get out of the net? They trail by 4 points. Norwood have been the complete aggressors and dictators in this final term. They've come from a 29-point deficit at the last change. An opportunity for Sturt to wrest back the lead as Winter's shot at goal receives only one finger from the umpire, and the margin now reduced to 3 points. Sturt moving to 13-24, Norwood on 15-15.
What a grand final. The first one the two teams have participated in since 1941, 37 years. And are they giving the crowd the money's worth? A long kick in by Stasinowski. Davies and Button still in there fighting. Craig takes the ball away. Armour. Norwood go forward again. Wiseman up. Sanders back on the ball. He has Hargraves running wide, crossing down the outer side. And Sturt take the mark on the half-back line. Graham on a long lead. Rossett trying to get up enough energy to run. Graham now bursts away for the pack. Gives the run of the ball to Bennett. Bennett gets caught to Barton. To Downs it is. Downs smothered off the boot. Winter slips it over to Bergen into the open goal. And Sturt has got the lead back again. Magnificent goal to the Blues. Bergen second, and Sturt have hit the front by 3 points.
Well, the finals don't come any better than this. Sturt steadying under an enormous amount of stretch. Graham gave the loose run. Leonard burst through here. The tackle was applied, but he was able to execute the handball to Downs. His kick was smothered and then trapped beautifully by Winter. Fed it to Bergen, and the Sturt player kicked his second goal. 14-24 Sturt, 15-15 Norwood.
What a grand final. Back of the bounce again. Davies gets the heave back towards Mutton. Graham in there. Over the top of the ball. Mutton goes in as well. Coming up with the ball is Nicholson. Taylor looks for Craig, couldn't get it. Davies' long handball is out to Sims. Sturt go forward again, lifting tired legs. Bagshaw used his body beautifully. 2 on 1 back there, sockets the ball into the pocket as he goes to ground, and the ball tickles out of play. 23 and a half minutes into the final quarter. Sturt by 3 points. Stasinowski flat on his back.
Take the throw in, Neil Button of Norwood, Trevor Sims of Sturt. The tap down Norwood's way, Armour there, seeks the respite of the white line. Stasinowski's in all sorts of bother in the back pocket. Norwood looking to bring Chris Finneman onto the field. Button, the tap down, Mutton, but it's Rosser who kicks Norwood out of defence to centre wing. Woodcock up at the back, Sanders. Cleverly around, left forward pocket it goes again. Bergen's up, Bagshaw winding through is caught, and a bounce will result. Left forward pocket of Sturt, entering time on, and the minor premiers cling to a 3-point lead.
And not one person is left. Football Park. Rossett chips out the pass to Woodcock. Norwood still haven't given it away to Craig. Craig long to the half-forward line, Adamson and Reid. Wynne comes in, Turnbull with the ball, gets collared, run to ground beautifully by Brendan Howard. The tackle was perfect, and Howard has got the free kick on the half-back line, and Norwood wasted opportunity. Howard short to the lead of Downs, can't quite make it, in comes Craig, keeps it in play, but for Leonard, Downs can't lift his legs. Woodcock, another on the ball, players over the top, into time on, and look at the strain on the players who've given their all in this grand final. A bounce down at centre wing. But and Davies tap towards Leonard. Sets it up now for Mutton. Mutton kicks them forward. Heinrich getting underneath the ball, takes the mark in front of Jenkins. And the Sturt Rover, who kicked a magnificent goal earlier in this final quarter, has got a chance to make it too. And just have a look at those calves, boarding up with cramp, running on his knees, but still giving his all for Sturt. He'll be struggling to make the distance with tired legs. He's about 45, 50 metres out. Tony Lloyd warming up. Heinrich has 3 valuable seconds ticking away from Sturt. 3 points in front. Heinrich. Kick is going to screw short. Players set themselves. Sims hooks it round the corner. Offline, 1 point, and Sturt lead by 4.
Whatever a tackle would win a game, it was that of Howard. He stopped Turnbull, but I don't know that he did impede him. It'll be interesting to see that. But it's Taylor kicking off for Norwood. Finds the centre. Davies in front. Down to Nicholson of Norwood. Can they come back? The ball bounces through half forward. Reed's back there. Turnbull up for Norwood. Turnbull hits it forward, and the ball will bounce out of play. A throw-in to take place just inside Norwood's half forward line. 2 minutes of time on play. Wynne and Davies, taken by Davies. He's caught with it, and a bounce has been ruled. Left half forward flank of Norwood. What a battle it's been. They don't come any better than this. Again, it's Wynne and Davies. Sturt's way, Craig's caught. Working hard on the bottom. But the kick, free kick, I think, has been paid to Von Berto. Deep in the left forward pocket. The Norwood Rover on the bottom of that pack. The tension building to an enormous climax. Left forward pocket it goes. Hargraves again, but Reed comes through. Taken over the boundary line. And the throw-in will take place 5 metres to the left of the left behind post of Norwood.
3 minutes of time on. Could be Norwood's last chance in 78 in the forward pocket. Over the top comes Gallagher. Steps towards goal. Casey gets his kick away. Almost marked there by Wynne. Over the top Gallagher. Coming through Turnbull, but what's the result? A free kick for Gallagher. Oh, what a time to get a free kick. Phil Gallagher, 15 metres out on a 60-degree angle, has 2 goals, and the strain on this boy must be enormous. Just look at Hammond, he can't bear to watch. Kick number 14 to Gallagher. This could seal the 78 grand final. Wingman Phil Gallagher, golf course end, chips away and he's put it through, and Norwood are back in front. Gallagher's 3rd goal, and at the 4-minute mark of time on, Norwood hit the front by 2 points, 16-15 to Sturt's 14-25.
Well, what a magnificent finish to a magnificent exhibition of football by both sides. The greatest spectacle ever witnessed here at Football Park in its life. The lead has changed 3 times in this last term. Norwood resting the lead for the first time in the game at the 15-minute mark. Sturt coming back, and now we see Norwood hitting the front with 4 minutes of time on play.
At the bounce, Davies and Button. Davies, Sturt with a chance now. Nicholson, wide to the outer side. Seconds running out. Howard in first shoot. Turnbull over there as well. Goes for the safety of the line. Time on Norwood side now. Seconds running out. Siren imminent. Davies, Wynne there with Button. Norwood lead by 2 points. Wynne's big fist in towards the forward pocket. Wiseman back there. Turnbull swoops on the ball. Comes out with it. Tackle by Walk. Back to Reed. Sturt now coming out of defence. Reed crashes his way through. Slips out the handball to Howard. The Blues go over the centre line. Towards Downs. Downs is clear. Drives in towards goal. Bagshaw sets himself. In the pocket. Shoots at goal. The umpire says it's going to be close. Offline. 1 point. And a timely mark by Michael Taylor.
No score. A magnificent mark by Taylor. Inches from the line. And Bob Hammond. What can be going through that man's mind? And what an exemplary performance by Norwood's captain, Taylor. 17th kick, 14th mark, and he puts it well back to the half-back line. A wall of players up and a magnificent Sturt mark to Davies. And now the pendulum swings the other way. Davies going along to the goal square. Graham's there, fisted down. Down again, Nicholson for Norwood is caught, taken to ground. A pack develops and a bounce will take place. Centre half forward for Sturt. 6 minutes of time on play. Hit Norwood's way, down through, but it's trapped by Jenkins, and another bounce to take place.
Hammond looking for
what
the
a
side.
climax. What an absolute climax to a magnificent game as Button goes up. Trying to get through, smothered beautifully by Jenkins. Mutton in again. Trying to work it out, Bagshaw, it's back to Davies. He snapshot at goal, going right across the face, and a relieving 1 point to Norwood as they take a breather. They lead by 1 point, 16-15 to 14-26.
That's the breather Norwood wanted. Gives them a little bit of respite. Sturt were attacking fiercely. Curley, seconds running out. Goes to the outer side. Davies and Button. Davies up over the top. Wouldn't have a great deal of time left. Too far out to score. Sends out the pass to Downs. Wynne can't make it. Bergen in there as well. There's the score. Norwood have won. Norwood have won one of the most sensational grand finals in the history of the game. Underdogs. They have got up from a deficit of 29 points to beat Sturt by 1 point. Final scores here at Football Park in the 1978 Grand Final. Norwood 16-15, 111 has defeated Sturt 14-26, 110. Oh, Jerry, what a magnificent final. General Manager, Football Director, Wally Miller, Michael Taylor. Jerry, unbelievable scenes.
Well, it certainly is, Ian. They don't come any better than this. Absolute emotional scenes ringing out here. Norwood, the complete underdogs, only starting to put their game together late in the season. In fact, in particular, the preliminary final against Port Adelaide. They looked at a deficit at the first, second and third changes of 28, 23 and 29, and it took them until 15 minutes into this final term to get their nose in front for the first occasion. But it could be seen, as Ian so correctly called, that Sturt were beginning to run out of legs. Norwood were beginning to finish the better side. Oatey delayed his move a long time before he brought the legs of Mutton onto the ground, but eventually he had to. Sturt came back like the true side they are, but they didn't expect the fight. But Norwood put back and came right back into the game. The spunk that was shown in the forward line, particularly up in front of goal from Turnbull, and he was the fellow that really sparked them. Adamson at centre half forward with his 5 goals, but Sturt were magnificent in defeat. Very tired players are the Sturt side, and the only way that Norwood are looking so fit is because of the victory that they have achieved in the 1978 SANFL Grand Final. Magnificent scenes, and the crowd respecting the wishes of the South Australian National Football League have not entered the oval at all. Admittedly, they're ringed by the constabulary and stewards all around the ground.
Ladies and gentlemen,
supreme here.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the President of the South Australian National Football League, Mr. Max Bashir, to present the Premiership Cup.
Mr. Premier, ladies and gentlemen, on your behalf, I'd like to congratulate 2 great sides for putting on such a wonderful exhibition of football as we've seen here today. Unfortunately, there can be only one winner, and today that turned out to be Norwood in their centenary year. Before I present the trophy, the Thomas Seymour Hill Cup, to Michael Taylor of Norwood, I'd like to thank the public for observing the not getting onto the oval situation, and I thank them very, very much indeed. It is now my very great pleasure to ask Michael Taylor to come forward and accept the Thomas Seymour Hill Cup. Well done.
It's too heavy to lift.
Hold it up, come on, you're strong enough. Nah, come on, you're all right. Just say a few words.
About bloody time! No, I'd like to thank Sturt very much for putting up a very great game. We were very lucky in some... we played our hearts out, both sides did, and it was a great game. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks a lot.
The scene here at Football Park, one of absolute emotion for the Norwood side. Holding the memorial trophy aloft currently is Chris Finneman, Michael Taylor reaching high there, and the Norwood players, a premiership in their centenary year, about to do the lap of honour. Neil Button, who came back so magnificently after being beaten by Davies in the first half. A quiet third term by both he and Davies, but it was Button who finished the better until Davies took a couple of timely marks in the dying stages when he could have reverted the tables back Sturt's way, but Button a Herculean effort, particularly in the final term. Adler and Finneman had their rest during the day. Glenn Rosser, again an enormous kick-getter for Norwood at centre wing, but the vanquished Sturt leaving the field, and they were magnificent in defeat. Norwood, a true professional outlook today. They were never undaunted at any stage, despite the run that Sturt got on from the first bounce, and they kept plugging away. They kept consolidating to try and get back into the game. For most of the game, they had to work a defensive role before that they could start up anything positive to get into their forward region, whereas Sturt seemed to be doing it easy for most of the time, feeding handball wide to the flanks, the running players, namely Bergen and co, giving Sturt everything. But the Norwood defence was probably just as sure as the Sturt defence, and they were the players that held out so well in the dying stages. Stasinowski playing a great game on Paul Bagshaw. Despite Bagshaw getting one goal early, he was then kept to nothing from then on. The Norwood players about to leave the oval now after a marathon performance. Their second premiership under the reign of Bob Hank and under Bob Hammond in 3 years, the 75 one, when the Norwood Football Club pulled off a double with the reserves and league, and they've achieved just that again today. The best players as I saw them for Norwood. I couldn't split three of them. Their captain Michael Taylor, Brian Adamson, his 5 goals was a great effort at centre-half forward, and Neil Craig provided the necessary run, penetration and breakthrough that Norwood needed all day, closely followed by Nicholson. Great rebounding performance in the back pocket, was put up onto Graham in the half-back flank to curb that player's influence early in the game. For Sturt, they had many good players up till half-time when Norwood had a lockdown, but their legs were found wanting in the dying stages. Perhaps the best for them was Davies for his great first-half effort. Graham's first half was tremendous. Bruce Wynne tried hard all day, but he was gone with cramp in the third term. Howard's performance at wing was great. Tony Bergen, ever running, ever trying to create havoc in the forward lines, picked up numerous kicks. Casey's performance at fullback was foolproof, and Robert Barton rode particularly well. But it's Norwood's year in 1978. The final scores were 16-15, 111 points, defeating Sturt 14-26, 110. A great climax to a magnificent game of football at Football Park, witnessed before a capacity crowd and brought to you live for the first time in South Australian football on Channel 7. The 1-point margin was a fitting result to a great exhibition of football by both sides. Bob Hammond seen in the change rooms there, no doubt a very relieved manner. The Rob
Phillips, the Norwood team manager. On the right, Ross Dillon, the victorious coach of the reserve side. And Norwood, no doubt, a very, very happy lot for the 78 premiership. Brian Adamson, the number 15, that put 5 very valuable goals on the board during the game. Chris Finneman there on the right. 21 is Glenn Rosser, and there's my fellow commentator, Ian Day.
Michael Taylor, congratulations. What a tremendous thrill for Norwood. Michael, would this be your greatest thrill ever?
It would be, yeah. First year season as coach, and I'm really speechless, but magnificent fight back. And we're 100 years old. We must be the first club in Australia to be 100 years old and win a premiership, I think.
In your centenary year, yeah. Michael, you were 29 down at three-quarter time. Obviously, you gave yourself a chance.
Oh, we gave ourselves a bit of a chance. We kicked with that win. It was about 3 goals. And, the goals are making a fair bit of noise.
Hey, come and have a look at this David Palm. Hey, what are you? What have you done there? I tried to kiss back. Well done, young fella. Those 2 goals in the last quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the national anthem. Now, Greg, tell us about those goals in the last quarter.
Oh, shit, I don't...
Well, give us a drink. Get a drink there, Daisy.
I don't know, it's just part of the winning combination. 3-quarter time, I all believe we could do it. But I'll tell you what, there were 19 other blokes out there that, geez, they put in a magnificent performance.
It was fantastic. When you lost the lead in the last quarter, what did you think?
I started praying. It was the first time I've ever done it.
Yeah. How did you get that? That looks awful.
Oh, I ran into a fast-moving bagshaw.
Don't worry about it. In half an hour, you'll forget all about it.
I certainly hope so.
Well, Stephen Curley and Terry Von Berto. Well, what do you think? How's it feel to win?
Magnificent effort. Great effort. Shows a tremendous heart out there. The boys kept it up, never gave up all day. It was a great effort.
You can't really say you ever thought you had it won because they kept on attacking right till the end.
No,
Terry.
It was right up to the last minute, even down there in the end. I can't tell you how glad I was to hear the bloody siren ring. It was magic effort from the boys.
Where were you when the siren rang?
I don't know.
You don't even know?
Everybody's in the back line.
In the back line.
I was down there somewhere. Didn't even have a forward line.
Well played, fellas. Where are they all?
Great excitement at the moment. We'll take a commercial break and then be back here in the premier rooms for 1970.
Anyone got an umbrella? Other end, where was your heart then whilst they kept attacking in the last minute of the game?
Oh no, that was all to Sturt's credit. They were very good. They came back at us each time that we got ahead, and I was only hoping that our defence could hold out then.
Phil, that kick and the one of Graham Corns in 1973, I'll remember for many, many years, and no doubt you will too. Yes, Phil Gallagher, well played. Brian Adamson. Right there will do. Just lean over.
Yeah, right.
Brian, 5 goals.
No, a few lucky ones there.
A few lucky ones, Brian. You're a key player on the Norwood side today, and you've saved your best form for the finals.
Yeah, I think everyone played well. You know, it was a tremendous game, and we're glad that their scoreboard was right to finish.
When did you actually... you don't reckon they should have a recount?
Oh, I don't reckon, no.
What's on at Norwood tonight?
We might have a quiet beer, I think.
Brian, you've had a very rough season. You were the centre of a big controversy. Now it must be, or seem, all worth it.
Oh, it is, yeah. It's been a hard, long season for everyone, and I'm rep for the players and administration, everybody at Norwood. It's been great.
Just looking at the game, do you feel as though that Sturt ran out of a bit of legs towards the end? That maybe that your match-hardened conditioning was better for you?
It's hard to say, It's hard to analyse a game when you're out there playing, They're a tremendous side all day.
When there's only a point difference, it's pretty hard to tell where the difference is.
You can't criticise it.
Ben Rosser. I'll come to you, Caesar. You can't get to me. The mountain will come to Muhammad. Well done, Glenn.
Thanks, Ian.
What a magnificent performance. Now, this is your second grand final.
Yeah, the second one. They're both great, but when you come from 6 down, it's a greater feeling of satisfaction, I think. It's a magnificent feeling to come from that at 3/4 time.
Why do you reckon you were 6 down at one stage? 29 points at 3/4 time.
Well, we struggled. We couldn't get our game going all together, and at last it finally worked. We kept believing in our game, and we got it all together at long last.
Oh, Glenn, what a tremendous effort.
Magnificent.
You're not going to celebrate it all tonight, are you?
Oh, not much.
Any game in the close calls that we've had, and I can only say that either side could have won the game. It was to be your turn at the end, and the very fact that you came from behind all day is to your everlasting credit. Congratulations to you on your centenary year in winning the premiership. To Bob Hammond and his players, it was a tremendous effort to come from where you did, and we at Sturt give our heartiest congratulations, because there could be only one winner, and it was the Norwood Football Club.
Bo Morton and Bob Hammond. Bo Morton, the chairman of the Sturt Football Club.
Fellas, Mr. Bo Morton, president of the Sturt Football Club.
Again, McMahon, Bob, players, I can only endorse the remarks of our captain and coach. You planned for it, you worked for it, and you won it, and good luck to you.
Good luck to you.
Tremendous scenes here in the Norwood. Everybody's excited. And what a great finish it was.
It's a double!